wanna hear you make it all.
What's the deal? You know, it's so funny, man. Like, well, let me start with what was on my heart first. Let me start with what was on my heart first. I think I kind of talked to y'all about some stuff going on with my older brother. He in a very bad situation. Um, and none of us, we're not quite sure how it's gonna go. We're not quite sure if which version, if he's gonna come back at all, or which version of him is gonna come back. Compounded with everything else going on, my little brother, bunch of stuff, right? It's just normal life shit. Um, as I'm walking the miles, them 5 miles a day and shit, just getting them miles out. Uh, I was talking a problem to Jason Martin earlier, and sometimes when you vocalize things that's going on in your life, like God will answer you in those moments. I thought that was funny. Like God will answer you in those moments. And for a while I couldn't figure out exactly why um this was so hard, right? I lost my grandmother probably at about 7 or 8. I lost my first friend to the streets at about 11. My mom, just different things all over this time. Like you lose people, but it's nothing like when you have somebody that's like their life is hanging in the balance. Um, you don't quite know. Not to mention, not only is their life hanging in the balance, but also like it's just hanging in the balance, and it also if they do live, you don't know which version of them is gonna come back, so you kind of worry. But to be honest, like if you a man of faith or if you really believe in God, here is the time when you actually supposed to rejoice because now it's really up to God and my brother. But you always ask yourself a million dumbass questions. And I just was thinking about that while I was walking today. And like I told you, it's been a crazy 2 weeks. Between going to work up at Sony on the show, all this stuff happening around me. And somehow I'm still maintaining like sanity. Um, but I think, like I said, even yesterday it was really tough. Like I intended to do the dinner table, but I was just beat up, like spiritually, like my soul was just beat up. But it hit me like everything we go through is really a lack of gratitude. Like I realized that. Like even now, like you eat crazy when you stressing. Feel me? You be eating crazy, but really you just lack the gratitude for existing in health. Like even in this situation, like with my older brother, I'm just lacking the gratitude of the time that I had with him And I'm lacking the gratitude that God is showing me, by even giving him a chance because he don't have to be here. And it's definitely easier when somebody passes away, but the fact that I could possibly have more opportunity with him is something to be grateful about. Even if right now, what I mean, it's as crazy as it is. So I owe y'all a dinner table or two. So maybe we'll knock out of spaces. But I definitely realize like it's all about gratitude and how you showing gratitude. You know what I mean? It's just gratitude. So I definitely got to make that more of my purpose. You know what I mean? More in my everyday thing, just being grateful for everything that's happening. No matter what, no matter the challenges, no matter what's going on. And I think if I just remember to be grateful in those moments, I'll make much better decisions. I'll make much better decisions. So I think that's important. Even now, like it don't really matter who here. It's really just y'all. You know what I mean? It's just us. So it's like I'm just grateful to be here. Cause again, like no matter how long we've been living, we only got that much time to live. You know what I mean? Like it's still a blessing to a degree. So I'm definitely trying to find my way back to being okay with everything that's happening. Even though it's not something I can control, which is crazy. I know that shit sound crazy. Um, Outside of that, obviously, I'm getting the normal conversations. I'm getting the typical conversations of, you know, again, I explained to everybody why I'm not really into the albums that came out, and it's like, um, it's not to say if a good song comes across, I'm not gonna jam it when it happens. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's not interesting to me. Like I'm a big fan of things that interest me. Um, we went through the same thing with Cole. I know it feels like to people it's like, oh, that's my friend, and sticking with him means I can't listen to these albums. That motherfucker probably listened to the albums. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably listened to the album himself. So it's not some false sense of loyalty. That's not why I'm listening to it because I'm sure the type of creative he is, the creator he is, he don't let nothing slide. So he listened to it. But for me, it's like I can have a healthy respect for something, but not be into it. Get what I'm saying? Like it's just not my thing, but I could have a healthy respect for it. And that's kind of the place that we're at now. So I got some offers to people that want to debate me about the album. Shout out to some of the homies. And I'm like, cuz like I ain't even listened to the record. So what would we be debating? Like, wouldn't y'all want to debate with some nigga who listened to the album? Like, I'm not arguing with anybody if an album is good or bad. Like, when I like an album from somebody, bro, I jam it. I don't need nobody's else. I don't need anyone. I don't need to prove to anybody how great it is. Like when Made by Scarface came out, I didn't try to prove to anybody how great it was. It was mine. I didn't even ask anybody if they was listening to it. Like social media has brought out the me monster in everybody to where it's like whatever you doing needs to be approved by everybody else. Like, bro, like when I jam my shit, I jam it. I don't give two, I don't care how nobody else feel about it. People be talking shit about the music I'm listening to, and I don't give a fuck what they think. Yo, punk ass can walk. So I just feel like we at a space now to where it's like, you all right? Would you
Yeah,
asleep?
the damn dogs is bugging over here. Hold on, I'm going to mute.
Um, I feel like we at a space to where because of social media, it's a bunch of people trying to validate what they're listening to. You know what I mean? Like they need other people. Like y'all need me to tell y'all this album is good. Like that shit don't make sense. Why did? Like I even noticed that when those three albums came out, it was like when those three albums came out, it was like people was hitting me like, oh, and they was celebrating, or like if the album has different signs of it being successful, which I don't know how you ain't saw the stream. If you listening to me, I've said a couple times that I thought when he comes back out with the next album, it'll do fine. He'll do right around 500,000, somewhere south or north of that. It made sense to me. Like, that's just the business. Somehow people keep sending it to me as if like my opinion of it was that it wasn't going to be successful. And again, it's another one of those things where it's like, bro, if it's winning, shouldn't you feel vindicated?
Told you, man, what it is, man. You know what I mean? They finally got something to cheer for, man. So it's just like they want everybody to cheer for them, man. You know what I mean? They want everybody to cheer for them. If you ain't cheering for them, you a hater. That shit is bugging me out though. But yeah, you already told them that you wasn't listening to the album though. So I don't know why people surprised about that right there.
And they trying to debate me, and I'm like, what do you want to debate with me about?
Yeah.
Like, if you think the album is jamming, cause like, why the fuck do you care about somebody who's not listening to the album? Like, what the fuck are we gonna talk about?
Yeah. I don't know what they. I mean, listen, man, I'm here for all the conversations, man. Listen, man, if you ain't got it for you, I give you all the conversations you want, all the critiques that you want for the album. Though.
Call Trap. Trap would love to talk about these conversations.
I got you.
Trap would love. Trap would love to have these conversations. And but even spinning off into that conversation where people feel like they would like to debate me. And I'm like, I think there's some kind of confusion. Like, and I always tell Trap, Lex, the homies, I'm like, bro, I'm not really here to try to win an argument. I don't get points for being right. There are no points, cuz, for being right. Like I told the homie Shane, I said, cuz the next day that shit came out, it was gonna fall flat. Mm-hmm. You get no points for being right. I said when it came out, it was gonna do 500,000 somewhere south or north, right around there. You get no points for being right. It ain't my motherfucking sales. It's just me calculating based off my knowledge of the business and my passion for this culture. That's it. I just can calculate a little bit better, but I don't get anything for being right. When I explain to y'all that this motherfucker wasn't hip hop back in 2019, I don't get points for being right. I don't get points because he sued over a record. You don't
get that. You didn't know he was going to do that. You didn't know he was going to do that now.
I mean,
you didn't know he was going to do that.
That's what somebody would do outside of the culture.
Yeah, I guess so.
You don't get no points for being right unless you make bets about being right or wrong. So when people asking me my opinion or trying to prove a point to me, I don't get why. Like, I would never go to somebody who don't like Scarface and talk to them about Scarface. That's why I know most of y'all don't like it. Truthfully, that's why I know y'all not really into it. That's the truth. It's like y'all not really into the stuff. Y'all just act like y'all into it. Y'all into success. You know, y'all into the private plane ideas. Y'all into, you know, girls hanging off of you, champagne. Y'all into success. Y'all not into the person. Because the people that I'm into, like again, like Scarface, when Scarface put out, none of us have ever sat back, Trap, and talked about Made, the album. None of y'all have sat back and talked about The Diary or Fix or Untouchable or Emeritus, right? Or none of the shit I listen to. None of y'all sat back and talked about that. And I don't give a fuck. Because when I get in my fucking car, listen, even when GNX came out, none of us talked about GNX. Like, I talked about what I liked. That's what I talk about. I don't talk about shit I don't like. I talk about shit I can't stand, that piss me off, or shit I like. You don't hear me talking about Jay-Z and Dame Dash's relationship. That shit's disappointing. I don't want to try to investigate their problems. I don't know them motherfuckers enough. You know what I mean? Like, the way I see it is, I wish it was better. That's the closest I could come to it.
Yeah, that's some old Fat Boys breakup, man, shit right there, man. You know what I mean? For our generation, probably. We didn't see that shit happening like that, so I don't want to talk about that, man. Or try to understand it. Why they ain't bugging out, at least. I don't know what's going on with that.
The truth is, it's like nothing anybody could do can change what happened. You could just enjoy your favorite artist, but you can't change what happened, bro. Just got to move forward. Straight up. You just got to move forward. I feel bad that you can't enjoy the artist that you like because of what other people think about it. I don't know what to say. I just genuinely don't know what to tell y'all, man. I feel bad for y'all. It's a tough time to, like I said, I know we coming out of a very tender time. I know we coming out of a tender time. Like, I'm not lying, bro. I just know we coming out of a tender time. And I'm trying to guide y'all back into being a man. I'm trying to guide y'all back into untucking your penis. Because for the last 15 years, your penis has been tucked.
Pause. You heard me, right?
Yeah.
You heard me. You heard me.
I just don't know what to tell y'all, man. No pause. I mean,
No,
y'all penis been tucked forever. It's like I said, I always have to remind myself that y'all are trying to argue with a real loke about a nigga that got LeBron James tattooed on, cuz. Right? Y'all trying to argue about a nigga who got LeBron James tattooed on, cuz. Got mad at LeBron James and then covered up that tattoo, cuz, with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, cuz.
Got a cover up.
Like that shit, if you really, really think about it, cuz, like that's your hero.
Yo, bro, I got a surprise to show you, bro. Check this out. Check this out right here. Bro. Got a surprise to show you. I got a surprise to show you, bro.
Like that's your hero, bro. Like,
you think he said it like that, bro? You think he said it like that? I got a surprise to show you, bro.
I don't know, but he got that nigga tattooed on, cause that was already odd, cause you know this nigga, cause y'all go to the club together, bro.
I got a surprise to show you. Come to the crib when you get a chance. I got a surprise to show you.
Y'all go to the club together, cause like he has to look over, cause if you're wearing a short sleeve shirt, cause he can see you have him tattooed on you. Like there's no way, cuz could respect you.
Pull his shirt over like this. Yeah.
I wouldn't really respect no man, cuz if he had a tattoo of glasses on him, cuz he was like Glasses Malone, cuz, and I'm looking at cuz, I'm like, oh man, this nigga, you feel me? No, this is how crazy.
Oh, that's crazy.
No, I'm saying legit, cuz like if we can't, shout out to every owl that's in here that's mad, cuz
Subclub.
If we cannot be honest, sub, and just say like, yeah, that's some goofball weird shit, and that's my point, bro. Like your hero, cuz has a tattoo of one man that he got mad at and covered that tattoo up with another man. That's breathing air, cuz. I can't argue with y'all, and that's kind of where like my stance has came on Twitter and in real life. Like I'm not gonna be arguing with y'all. I just can't. Like I could give y'all some information. I can give y'all some information and pray to God, cuz that y'all untuck your penis. Y'all penis been tucked for far too long. Like y'all been around this motherfucker and you so used to like kind of suck activities, cuz. Like these are niggas you see, bro. You in the club with them, cuz like that's your hero, bro. That's your hero. I can't argue that. I swear to God, like I on my life, bro. I swear I'm not talking shit. I'm not talking down. Trap. I swear on Olivia's soul, bro. I am not talking down. It hit me, and I told L, cuz L thought I was crazy. I said, L, think about it, cuz I'm arguing with a bunch of niggas that idolize a man that got another nigga tattooed on him, cuz got mad at that man, cuz, and then covered that man up with another man. That shit is crazy.
I had some exes that did that before.
Yes, like some girl shit, and that's kind of them, bro. Like they're like girls, bro, and it's like their leader is like a girl, like, and then so they like have this sassy attitude because it's just odd. I don't get it, like, you know what I mean? But I mean that's where we at today, because it's just idolize money. It don't matter if they are busters or nothing. I swear to God, like and I know somebody gonna clip this and think I'm talking shit. I swear to God, I am not talking shit. If your hero is that, cuz I get it. And you probably shouldn't share space, cuz with a person like me. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't even know why would you follow this type of person away. Like, if your hero is cuz, like, I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. Like, I wouldn't even be here arguing with me. Like, I remember people like, man, Glasses, well, you talked about him. I'm like, cuz, no, cuz it's just something I'm talking about. Why are you listening to me? Cuz, like, it's all kind of niggas. And I can go look at all these niggas that be talking. I just don't. I think y'all know it. And I'll be honest, I think y'all know it. It just hurt your feelings to admit it so you could kind of project your energy at me. I'm just being honest. Like, I just think that's what it is. And I understand. But I'm just saying, I don't know why y'all want to run it to me. Like, I'm not into it. If you in the cuz, why would you want to argue with me? Feel me? I don't know. I have no idea. But I genuinely believe, cuz, that y'all know it. Y'all know it, bro. Y'all know it. That's how I feel, Mike. Like, I don't waste my energy, cuz. Like, I just sit down and talk about this, cuz, and then that's the next thing. But I realized what happened. And this is what I was talking to Trap about.
What's up?
I see how the young niggas lost hip hop. I'm thinking about like our generation, right? Me and you come from Gen X. We're the last year of Gen X. Me and you, right? We're the last year of Gen X. Shad, Lex and them, they up on the other end of Gen X. They closer to the beginning of it. But we used to go outside, cuz, and that formulated our opinion. Like, we didn't really get indoctrinated outside of school. Like, we didn't have things programming us outside of school. Like, even growing up for us, bro, remember the biggest movie star in the world was a motherfucking nigga from New York City.
Eddie Murphy.
A real nigga from New York City, too.
Yeah,
his brother was a fool. Like, it's a real New York City, like the Wayans Brothers TV show. These some New York City niggas. That's who was programming us.
That's
if we had programming and they wasn't programming, they was just fools.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't have any indoctrination. The clothes we looked up to, we didn't look up to Ralph Lauren like that. Like, a couple bougie niggas did, but we had Carl Kanai, Fubu, Crosscut. We had stuff, to me, that was for us.
Mm-hmm.
Even the shows, the movie, Boys in the Hood was our story. Feel me? Like, that's our story. Like, we saw us at the highest place. Modern young.
Yeah. No, go ahead. I'm gonna go through that.
I remember my mom went to Carl Kanai. He had a spot downtown, cuz, and she bought me like 20 of them sweaters, cuz, that had the brass plates in the chest. I had the first Carl Kanai, cuz they used to have a brass.
Big O was getting money. Big O was getting money, boy.
Big O was a real hustler, bro. That's why.
Big O was getting money. You got a 20 of them shits. Big O was getting money.
Straight up, cuz. No lie, because I had every color, cuz. I had the shit with the stripes and all that.
Oh yeah, you was showing out. You had the overalls too?
All that, bro. I had cross colors, damaged, used Carl Kanai. The version of me you know is when I start buying my own shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Big O had you dressing fly.
Big O was
dressing fly. You just
Big O had Jordans. Big O, I had nothing but Jordans, nothing but all that shit straight up. But when Big O got in trouble, when Big O went to jail, you know what I mean, when I was 13, 12, that's when you go to Pop's house and now I got to buy my own shit. Now you got to get ghetto fresh.
You got to get the Dickies. That's when the Dickies came out and shit like that.
Feel me? You start busting the 501s, the Cortezes. You get acceptable fresh. You know, so I say that to say, like, I was just thinking, like, how much we wasn't indoctrinated by looking. We didn't look up to white people. Shout out to all my white folk. We didn't look up to y'all at that point. I grew up in the 80s when Magic Johnson was kicking the shit out of Larry Bird. I grew up, Eddie Murphy was the biggest movie star in the world. Baseball, football, like, everything about our life. Like, even in a movie theater. Like I get it, like to all of my baby boomers, the baby boomer generation, like my dad and them generation and all of that, the silent before them, they had to look up to white people. Like when we was talking to Rashad yesterday, and Rashad was talking about how they looked at Kiss as like rebels.
I didn't know that, bro. That was crazy. I didn't know
Think
that.
about it. If you was born in 67 all the way to 80 something, you didn't really have hip hop.
They have another genre. You had disco and shit like that.
Yeah,
so
they
had
had
have,
some
like,
shit like
rock
that.
is like a rebel, like the rebel music right there though. So yeah, I can see it. I ain't really tune into rock like that though.
Because we didn't have to have rock. We had something that represented us.
Yeah, exactly.
We had hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Like they looked up to Kiss. Like I looked up to LL Cool J and Ice-T and NWA and all of that shit. And then Houdini was the music and Run DMC, and we saw ourselves everywhere.
Yeah.
So we were never indoctrinated kind of with this less than mentality. Like most of us didn't even know we was poor till we met other people somewhere else.
And you gotta think though too, the way the rappers was going back then though was looking like us. It wasn't the real, they wasn't coming through with the, you know what I'm saying, the Gucci and Louis. They ran with, you gotta think, like I always say, Wu-Tang bragging about riding around in MPVs, a monster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like that. But it was out the way we did it with BBS's on this shit like that though.
Yeah. Even then, like you didn't have to have their shit to get fresh. We had our own version of fresh. Like I realized something else. Like integrity fuels my pride. Because people think I'm crazy. Like even in this conversation that we having about, let's say, an artist like Drake, they'd be like, well, what makes you think you could speak on Drake? And it's like, bitch, I got integrity. Like I look at myself like a champion. Like the measurement outside in his eye, because pride can also have a value about external validation. That's why I said integrity fuels my pride. Like, so I'll look at a nigga like him and be like, well, at least ain't nobody pissed on me. I'm a real nigga. Oh, ain't no nigga slapped on me. I'm a real nigga. Like if a nigga put his hands on me because he got a squabble, even if it took me years to give him that squabble because he got that squabble. Like I pride myself in knowing I could walk in the ghetto, cuz, and that's like the greatest thing in the world to me. And so like I pride myself on how motherfuckers got to treat me as a man. I don't really pride myself off of my successes or how much money I made. That shit does matter to people on the outside, but I don't give a fuck if I had a quarter or a quarter billion, you were gonna have to respect me the same way. Integrity fuels my pride. Hip hop is of pride. It's like the ability to see circumstances and figure out that's fresh. Like when you take a Timberland boot and rock it like it's a motherfucking Bally shoe, you got to be a sick nigga. Think about it.
Nah, you just fly, boot, you fly, you fresh, man.
That's acceptable. You know how arrogant you got to be to rock a Tim like it's a Bally shoe?
Come on, man.
You got
invention, man.
Like nigga, I rock Chucks, nigga, like they are Gucci shoes.
I know that shit don't hurt your feet, boy. Wait, who's in those two?
What? I give a nigga 20.
I do the same thing in the Timbs, though. I do the same thing in Timbs back in the days,
not
too.
No more.
I do the,
not no more. I might give a nigga some 6.
Too.
I might give a nigga 6 points.
He said 6.
And 12 assists now.
12 assists.
12 assists now. But I'm saying, like, nigga, I pride myself in just, my pride is fueled by integrity. That's what, so sometimes I think, like, shout out to his fans, cuz that come to the table and sit down and be mad and be throwing shit across the table.
See you, Lex.
Right? Shout out to his fans. My ability to speak about him or any other artist is because I'm a real nigga. Like, I'm respected that way. Like, I got respect. I got a different level of respect. That's why it matters. But to the point, it's like, that's what hip hop is all about. It's the ability to take something that you don't have a bunch of access to and make it like it's the greatest thing in the world.
That was hip hop all the way.
You know how dope that is to make it like it's the greatest thing in the world. Like I told you, if you could wear a work boot like it's a motherfucking Bally shoe or an All-Star or Cortez. Like if you rock a Cortez like it's a Louis Vuitton shoe, like it's a red bottom, you know how fucking arrogant and fucking how prideful you gotta be?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know how prideful you gotta be to speak broken English and then just act like it's the freshest thing in the world? Think about it, Trap. Like we was telling Lex this, right? I was telling Lex, I'm like, Lex, if I wanted to cross over, I would speak perfect English because I'm capable. Shit, I had AP English 4. I got A's on my essays. I could speak perfect English. I purposely speak a language that's for our people because he felt like he was making a really good point. He was saying the average artist, all average artists want to cross over. And I said, that's probably not true. He said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, I think the average artist wants to be accepted for being who they are. And then if you accept them, then they cross over. But I don't think the average artist concedes much of anything to go sell to mainstream. The average hip hop artist.
I think the average artist, I think what he was saying, he should have said it. I think the average artist, I think any artist wants to be successful and wants people to like their music. You know what I'm saying? But not that doesn't come with crossing over though. You don't have to cross over in order to gain success and be acknowledged for putting out good music. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but I don't know. Because I think we could say things like I was telling him, we could definitely use a more understandable language to rap.
But then speak.
Right? So like I can rap a verse, use less profanity, better English if my goal was to
sit on that
over.
side of the table. Okay.
Yes. Does that make sense? Teeth, what up, girl? Does that make sense? Like I could speak a better version of English. I don't have to speak slang if I want to cross over. We were talking about the I Get Dough song. I'm like, I get it. The song is in major chords, so it sounds happy, right? But this is the crazy part. The hook is saying, I bet you think because you saw me on the TV that you know my whole life story. But let me tell you something you might not know. Fuck what you talking about. Bitch, I get dough.
I get dough. I get dough. I get dough.
Now, how they were able to create a great harmony out of that to where it's like Beach Boys where they just doing that. That's the words of the song. That's the words of the song, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like, Squish, what up? I cannot.
Squish. I ain't seen Squish in a minute. What's
that's
good,
the
girl?
words,
I hit you up.
Even my version of trying to make a pop song was not going to work. I didn't even recommend that to them. They just knew that they had to say something with a level of profane language so it could fit me. They wanted to produce for me so bad. And I'm like, man, I can't work with Max Martin. That shit sound crazy. It's like, no, let us just do this. And they was like, fuck with, I'm like, well, that don't seem crossover. I don't think you're supposed to use profanity. Like that just, if I was making sub for mainstream America and every family, I just probably wouldn't say, fuck what you talking about. Bitch, I get dough.
Bitch, I get dough.
Shout out to Niles. Them boys from the Bay, too. Some dope players.
Whatever joint. They did some other joints, though, too.
They got a few number one. They did Fly Like a G6. That was number one. I feel really special to have worked with them as one of their first placements. Like, I mean, and then for them to think that they could make something for me.
I ain't gonna hit on everyone.
It's crazy because I wrote that video. Like, the pride and joy of that to me was
that was
video.
a movie. That was a movie.
I wrote it myself. I co-produced it. I co-directed it. And I shot it on 16 millimeter film. That was the greatest thing.
You was behind the lens.
Yeah. I had to go look at every shot, go back in front, go back. And it's funny because
a movie.
Like, right, we rob a bank and then we throw the money out to the people. And the 40 Crips end up doing that exact concept too. That's the crazy part.
After?
Yeah, probably like a year or two after. And
Oh,
they
so
were
you
showing it.
influenced them to do that right there, huh?
I hope not. That would be
Right.
pretty
I'm
fucked
putting
up.
that on you. You got to
Influence
put that
people
on
to
you.
commit
I'm putting that
crimes.
on you right there, man. You said Glasses did it.
So for me, it's like, but back to the point. I digress.
Did you start the show yet?
No, I was waiting on Coach.
Oh, you waiting for Coach? All right.
Yeah.
I thought you went to the topic. That's why.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying because it's a lot. It's a lot
right.
to unpack. We just
right.
starting early. There's a lot to unpack on this one. But
Mm.
social media indoctrinates all of these little young people. So, like, even when they're out of school, social media is telling them how they should behave.
Mhm.
So, like, they'll tell you how much money they think they should make, where they should be in life. And I'm like, well, how do you measure that? How do you come up with that? It's only social media. Trap, when I was 2019, I didn't think I was supposed to be nowhere. The fact when I was 19, I was making $1,500 a week selling dope. I thought that was the greatest thing in the world.
No, that's a fact. Nowadays, man, they 16. They want a car. They don't want no hoop either. They want a car. They want a real car.
But think about it. We didn't even think about that type of shit, right? Because we saw what was ghetto fresh. I remember when I was like 15, 16, I was like, man, I want a 70 Nova. That was the first car I ever wanted. A 1970 Chevrolet Nova, a two-door. That was my first car I wanted. I never even thought of Ferrari. That shit was like the Magnum PI car or something. You know what I mean? I didn't want that car. Like
Miami Vice.
You know what I mean? I didn't want Gucci or Louis Vuitton. Like, I wanted what was like, I had the shit that people wanted.
Thought Jordans and a gold chain was living it up.
Bro, I'm walking around in the Carl Canais and Jordans and shit. That was the pinnacle. But I was thinking about it. They are so over-programmed. So then they are set into a place to where they cannot achieve what they're trying to achieve. Like, I saw the shit going on with the AP shit, right? Where the bad information went out that AP was making a watch that was affordable.
Yeah.
And I watched people in the business who did well. What's his name? He streams. D something. His name DG? Yeah, DG. It's his name, DG. He from the Midwest. I think cuz boxer shit. He fuck around a little bit.
Oh, you talking about son will be out there with something Devin the Great or something like that? You want to go be with
No, not Dean, not Dean. DDG.
Okay.
There you go. Shout out to G Man. Shout out to Mookie. DDG.
Okay.
And he was mad. And cuz was mad. Exactly. That's his name, DDG. And cuz was talking and he was mad. He was like, man, y'all had me buy this watch. Now everybody could have them. And it hit me like, oh, y'all young niggas is cornballs because you think the money separates you. You need the money to separate your shit. Like, and it started hitting me like, oh, that's not hip hop. Not saying cuz is not. I'm saying that mentality.
What you saying? What you saying? What mentality is that with them?
That you need money to separate you.
But I think hip hop. Like we might kind of be to blame for that though too. When all that braggadocious, I got more money, you broke type shit started coming on.
But even that is only dope when it's a project nigga saying it.
Yeah, it can't be a nigga with money coming in saying, I got more money than you, nigga.
Like, imagine Elon Musk put out an album and be like, I'm rich. Or like a Jewish person bragging about being rich. Because that's not going to fly off.
Yeah. It's the rag the riches story that
even in Drake's situation, because when he talk about him winning, it's like, so what? Because you're Jewish, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Not to sound negative, shout out to all my Jewish folk, but I'm saying, like, you having money as like me breathing, like me breathing air. Yeah, and I know that's probably, you know what I mean? But I'm saying that's how we grew up. So it's like you already knew Jewish folk had money. Like, you grew up understanding that to be true. You know what I mean? So it's like, I was explaining this to an artist a while ago, and I was trying to tell him, like, the reason Cash Money shit looked like it was the shit, because them niggas was wearing Jabos, t-shirts, bandanas, in a Lamborghini. That shit is dope. Like, if you in a Lamborghini and you got on like streetwear. You got t-shirts, bandanas, Jabos, Reebok classics and shit. That shit dope because you a ghetto nigga and some money. Or if you like in a Phantom or a Bentley and you hopping out that bitch with Dickies, Chucks, you know what I mean? You can see the contrast. But if you're just a dick driving around in designer clothes in a foreign car, there's no culture about that. There's no culture about that. There's no culture about that, bro. And I'm watching people get programmed in that every day. I'm watching what they're wearing. Like all of the proms and stuff that's happening online, and you seeing all of the proms.
It's getting crazy.
You're starting to see like, oh, these little niggas is gone.
That's crazy. Niggas pulling up with helicopters, man.
Niggas is gone, bro.
Helicopter. Shit crazy.
I remember I went to a prom in my G homie Grand National. It had 15 8s on it and beat. And I pulled up playing Dub C, You Are the One. So when I'm working with Dub C on this, I always say this to Dub, I don't really think you realize how much I fuck with you. You're like, no, I know, no, you really could not realize how much I fuck with you. Like I live my life to your moments, like to the moments you created. So the moments in my life are scored a lot of times by the shit that you made.
I remember you had me when I was in Cali that time. He was like, yo, listen, put the shadiest one on. That's Illmatic. Put it on while you out here. And I was riding around in Cali. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Look, you like, oh, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I get it now. I get it now.
But I was saying, like, I went, like, my older homie, my G homie that I was hustling for at the time, right? I had my own money. I probably had about $12,000 saved up when I was finna go to prom. That nigga said, man, he said, I'm gonna pay for it. Like, that's how cool. And this is what I hate that we don't talk about in the neighborhood. Because it's always talked about like we just prey on each other and all this old dumbass shit. That nigga said, G, he said, man, don't spend your money. I'm gonna pay for your graduation. I'm gonna pay for your grad night, and I'm gonna pay for you to go to prom. And he was like, what kind of car you want me to rent? And I was like, I don't want to rent no car because I want to drive the purple car. He was like, you want to drive at the prom? I'm like, hell yeah. I wanted to be in that motherfucker with the turbo, cousin. That was winning for me. Like we created this thing of what was the shit for us. That's what hip hop is. Hip hop is what is the shit for us. If we start to assimilate into mainstream America, into what they think the shit is, that's changing. That means they're programming us because they already steps out there on us. If you think a Bentley is the greatest thing, they already steps out there. But if you think what we doing is the shit, they behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Nick, it was crazier than that. My mom was on parole and she was on like a restricted parole because she got in trouble. So they wouldn't even let her come to my graduation. She had just came home. My G homie May, Boo, and Dewana came to my motherfucking graduation. Just them, like my homies from the neighborhood. My homie showed me how to fish, not like fish in a hypothetical manner, but cuz showed me how to fish. Like I know how to fish
like
for
really
real.
fish, like really fish.
Used to go fishing, cuz like,
yeah.
And that's really a lot of relationships if you grow up in a community. But I'm saying, back to the point, I digress again. That's what make hip hop hip hop. Hip hop is the ability to take what you got and make it the shit. That's the same thing for soul food. I always tell people you can't bring the soul out of ribeye steak. You're going to fuck it up. If you can afford a ribeye steak, just cook the motherfucker with salt and pepper. See, you can't make oxtails with salt and pepper. That's not going to be a good oxtail. You can't make oxtail like you make a steak. That ain't that type of meat.
Nah, you need that gravy up on it, man. You need all
that shit got to cook for hours. You can't make greens like you make spinach.
Yeah.
You can't make greens like you make spinach. So when I'm saying when I'm speaking to hip hop, I'm speaking to the fact that people in this disenfranchised place was able to find something that they had pride in. And they had so much pride that it convinced the world that it was the shit.
That's a fact. It also comes from like the where we was at before hip hop came around. You know what I'm saying?
We was really fucked up.
Yeah, it was disco, you know what I'm saying? Like the way they was wearing, like they were dressing like goddamn wrestlers, like superheroes and shit like that. We came about like, nah, we ain't doing all that. We taking this shit back to what we wear. We ain't wearing all that shit. The niggas, you see them niggas up on there wearing with them rumpers and all that shit like that. Nah, we wear jean suits, man, hard denim. You know what I'm saying? Gold chains. You know what I mean? We doing shit
because
like
we
that.
got to let everybody see it have it because we grew up with nothing. So we got to let you see that we have it too.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like I totally get it, but I'm saying I'm watching young niggas. They don't have. This is how they lost hip hop. They lost it because social media outside of school, like they got to deal with the same school system we got to deal with for that indoctrination. But now they have social media indoctrinating them on what's success. For us, success was outside the front door. Because I never seen no Lamborghini and no Ferrari. I never associated that with success growing up. Now they don't even got to go outside to develop culture. Like right now is the weakest time in culture ever because you really only get this much of it. So even if you're a part of an online, like a base of people, you know what I mean? You still limited on how the full experience goes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's only like imagine like if I let a nigga just start banging the hood and he banging the hood online and we're online and they're online and I'm teaching them how to be a Crip online. Right. And I'm like, yeah, this is how you wear your rag. You put your rag. I'm DMing cuz, or I'm hitting him on the phone, or we FaceTime each other. He make a post. I'm like, nah, cuz you got to put your rag to the left. Feel me? Yeah, nah, if this, you know how many things he's gonna miss in nuance, like small things that make you for real, that breeds you in a space of courage and the way you should be. Like I couldn't imagine trying to be a Crip online and not associating with other men and grown men that really walked the walk before. You get what I'm saying? That's what I think is happening. We got people trying to be raised culturally through online experiences, social media experiences. They don't really think about the trap. We get the coat because we actually grow up with the coat.
And the energy, man, it's different energy too, though. Like when you're around the person, that's energy that you really, you know what I'm saying, that y'all actually like that, though. It's different than when you know what I'm saying, you just, that's why I gotta get out there, you know what I'm saying? Next month I'm out there for a week or two like that, just to make sure, you know what I'm saying, like that.
Yeah.
That's just how it should go. Coach just pulled up?
I don't know.
I just heard somebody.
I don't know. I don't know. Like they don't go outside to deal with the coat. So how could they truly be raised in the culture? Like the coat is outside of your house. It's a real experience. You know what I mean? It's real. And it's so many nuanced things you go through to understand why it is the way it is. But if you a young dude, now there are some young dudes still, you know,
yeah, for sure,
interacting, but I'm saying a lot of them aren't because now they don't have to. Like something else I realized, like I would have to make a lot of niggas be real niggas. Like that's what I spend my life doing, make niggas be real niggas. Like I be on niggas about doing buster shit. I be like, hey, that's some buster shit. Don't do that. Because that's what my older homie Pluck and them used to do to me. That's what Maine and Boo and them used to do to me. That's what Tone Moon and them used to do to me. Hey, don't go out like no buster. So I'm that for a lot of my partners. I'm that for Head, for DJ Head. Like I had to explain to Head. I'm like, hey, cuz, don't get caught up in this shit. Don't let these niggas make you be a part of this dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm to him what Pluck is to me, even though he's not necessarily a gang member, right? Cuz not necessarily a gang member, but what it is you are still a man, and this is how you should conduct yourself as a man. I was looking at all the shit that was happening, you know, as you know, these projects are out and everything is happening, right? And it's a lot of intentional things happening, right? It's very intentional. It's like, here is, okay, I'm mad at these niggas. I'm gonna work these niggas to get my shit cracking. And it's like, hey, Head, cuz, if niggas want to side with cuz, don't support that. Not saying don't support your people, but if niggas is shitting on the homies and shit and all of that, and that's the thing, if cuz is shitting on Mustard, if cuz is shitting on Dot, if cuz is shitting on Dre and all that, cuz, nah. We ain't fucking with that at all. And it's not about if you fuck with the people, it's about somebody disrespecting somebody that they know you attached to.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just disrespect Lex to me and think that we gonna build that way.
That's a fact. That happened the other day with us. I don't
You
even
can't
know
disrespect Lex because I think we gonna build, bro. That just
Yeah.
because it really tell you who I am.
Mm-hmm.
If you fucking with a nigga that's talking bad about your niggas, you know what I mean? It ain't about if your nigga a buster, you a buster.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas don't even feel comfortable saying that shit to me. Niggas don't feel comfortable saying none of this shit to me. Like, oh, you know, like, you can't talk about my partners to me, nigga. I'm gonna check you right at the door.
That's what
hey,
time
don't do
I'm
that,
on
bro.
all the time. That's what time I'm on all the time.
Yeah, don't do that, bro.
I don't do that
Don't
at
do
all.
that, dog. So a lot of stuff, like, you get that from being a part of the cult. You get that from being a part of the cult behavior and how people should treat you. You develop your own personality within the cult. Because rest assured, because if y'all meet my older homies or the niggas that's my age, if y'all met Lil J or if y'all met, 50 or my homeboys, they different than me. We do have cultist similarities, but we are completely different people. But I realized this whole time that I've been one of those people, right, Trap, who have been forcing people to be a real nigga. I've been forcing people to be a real nigga. Even all of the owls that's in here mad at me right now are mad that I'm forcing cuz to be a real nigga. Ain't that when you think about it? That's all I'm really forcing cuz to say. I'm like, hey, bro, like, don't let these people think you represent this because you don't have the experience and knowledge to guide these people in that space. And they're coming to you for that understanding. Hell yeah, you gotta listen, Pepper. Still told me this. Still said, G, you're gonna always have to force people to do the right thing. Man, it better not, like, I'm telling all the homies, like, man, don't play that record cause he dissing the homies, bro. Cuz could have just made a record, cuz don't play that record cuz dissing the homies, bro. Like, don't do that. That's just what it is, bro. You don't, like, I don't know how would a nigga play that shit like I ain't rocking. But again, that's just being for real. Everybody mad at me because I just force people to be real. Don't be a fraud. You gotta commit, you gotta say to me, like I tell y'all, even like shout out to somebody that said, what about Game? I tell y'all, don't listen to Game 1,000 times. Straight up. No, I do.
Somebody said that in the LT.
Yeah, but I'm saying I tell people Game is for something different. He not raising y'all. He don't get too far. He on his own mission. This is my mission right here. So a lot of people just get mad because you forcing people to have like a better sense of integrity, more confidence in who they are, trusting who they are, and being who they are. But I just was thinking about that. But I really think the YNs lost hip hop as a mass versus where we grew up, we had hip hop. Like we only had hip hop. How could we hide in the house? We couldn't even socialize in the house. Trap. Like right now, a young nigga could socialize on a video game.
Yeah, get outside, man.
Remember to even play video games?
You had to have the person sitting next to you playing the shit.
You had to come to your house. So when you would sit, like you watch how these little niggas play games. Y'all, shout out to everybody, the Tarot, all these people in this room.
Sure,
if you got a video game, play your video game online. Listen to how people talk to you. And think about what they talk to you that way if they were sitting next to you holding a stick.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if they was playing the controller next to you and this nigga was like, called you a fucking nigger. Think about how that would work out. Oh, you bitch ass. And you holding the controller next to me. And I'm going to punch you out your clothes. I'm going to punch you out your shirt.
I might break my controller.
Hip hop is all about, street urban culture is all about accountability, almost to a primitive, toxic point. Sometimes when you should tuck it, you don't. That's what hip hop is. Hip hop is an extension of that. Sometimes you should tuck it and you don't. But then you also realize you're going to be accountable for when you don't. So it's like that pride. Like when y'all, sometimes I hear people online say, oh, he proud he went to jail. No, that nigga proud because he didn't snitch. He proud because he accepted accountability. He proud that he didn't send nobody else. And if he had to walk off 12 years, somewhere along the line, he proud he survived it. In all of those situations where he could have actually tucked it.
Shout out Biz. You heard?
He could have tucked it. That man could have tucked it, bro. Like you go to jail. Y'all saw with 6ix9ine, he tucked it, bro. He was like, I'm gonna have to go to jail for how long? Tuck it. It's as simple as like somebody talking and the nigga said, well, what you said? What you say? And you don't say it to him again. You tucked it. Hip hop is the opposite of that. It's the opposite of that. You actually got to pull it out and just be like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to pull it out, trap, and say, whatever. Fuck it. Well, what you said? Well, I said what I said.
That's it.
Whatever you think it is.
Even though I don't like
it's a primitive, toxic place, but that's also why you should think before you speak. That's why a million times I always think before I speak.
Mean what you say.
Even right now, like when people talking about certain artists, you don't hear me just calling a bunch of people out their name. I watch a lot of these things where niggas call each other bitches and punks and hoe ass niggas, and I don't give a fuck who it is. And I ain't talking about them like that. I'd rather just fight. If I'm gonna call them a bitch, I'm gonna call them a bitch to their face.
Man, keep telling you, man, about this internet shit, though, man. You know what I mean? Something that you shouldn't try to understand because this shit ain't real in the first place.
I mean, I'm with you, but I'm thinking because so many exist through vicarious, they exist, they have a vicarious existence online. They're not even seeing, they're not dealing with nothing in real life. You get what I'm saying? So how could hip hop exist in them? How could they create hip hop? How? Shout out to Apple. I saw that too. And I was so proud of Act. Even though when Act was standing up against black people, he kind of didn't really say it. But I was so proud of him for 2 seconds where I was like, you understand that this motherfucker shouldn't be saying that. But didn't. Act was saying shit about Chud, and he was really on Chud ass online. And, you know, he did it in this very Act type of way.
Let me check these dogs real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. He did it in his very Act type of way where he was like, man, this punk ass motherfucker keep calling people out their name. And then even speaking to that little other goofy boy online and standing up for black people. I was really like, I told y'all when it came down to it, that nigga know he black. He might don't want to be black if that's a thing, but he know he is. Y'all, I told y'all last, so y'all wanted me to cuss the man out and do a million things. And I kept telling y'all, I say, man, listen, that brother, I would handle that brother behind the scenes. Like I would talk to him personally and tell him what I think and why I think it. But again, these are a lot of conversations that we should have with people. A lot of this shit, sometimes it ain't about arguing online. Sometimes it's about people just doing the right thing at the moment that it needs to be done. That don't make him the person to go through for all black standings, but I did see that and I was like, that was all right. I saw that and I was like, that's all right. That's all right. You know what I mean? And I wanted to make sure I'm glad somebody brought that up. I was like, that was all right. But he definitely would be somebody I would talk to in person. There's a lot of people I wouldn't even waste my time talking to. He's somebody I would talk to in person just to speak on exactly what I think.
Who's that at? To my at?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a change. That's a change. Was you always on that? I thought you was at one point. You ain't.
No, that's how I never wanted to talk to him online. Like I never wanted to share a space where we split screen. I'm like, nah, I need to sit across from cuz because
Yeah.
you kind of need to feel what I'm on. Like you need to kind of see, because sometimes I think a lot of these people making content, they not serious. It feel like we all doing the same thing and we all not doing the same thing. We all not doing the same thing.
You hear that right there, man. Somebody clip that, snap to him, man.
Don't send this to him.
It's an open invite.
That is not what this is. That's not what this is. This was me saying publicly what I think. I'm saying that's not what this is, though.
Pull up to the Crip store.
And I definitely know he ain't finna do it now. He got his chain.
Oh, yeah.
He got his chain. So I'm for sure probably public enemy number one at this point.
Yeah, right.
I'm for sure probably.
You see Act 4. You see Act 4. Oh, no, you ain't see it. You probably did see it, though. You ain't see him falling asleep listening to the album? He got him falling asleep listening to the album. Yeah, I don't think it's most fun, man. I don't think Coach pulling up.
Well, No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. if you're on the East Coast. I hope you're having a good day at work on this good Monday. Fed your body. We're here to feed your mind that good soul food for thought. You already know why we up in this motherfucker, man. Straight up. Go on, hit that like button. Don't make these people ask you 100 times to hit that like button. Don't be lazy. Hit the like button, even if you don't like me right now, because you feel like I'm getting at your folk and you love him and all that. But I'm just trying to get the best version out of him, too. Like, I just want men to be men. I don't want them to tat other men and then cover that up with another tat. I'm just trying to get the best out of men. For a long time, hip-hop has been able to run rampant amongst the cabin, but the pilot is back, and I'm back flying the plane. So, you know what I mean? A pilot is here flying the plane. We not going for all that shit that they was doing, all that punk shit out the door. We not letting that slide on no level. So go hit that like button. If you're on Facebook, share this. If you're on Twitter, retweet this link. We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast. New pod dropping tomorrow. Hopefully y'all been enjoying the pod since we back cooking. You can listen to the No Ceilings podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts from. The No Ceilings podcast, executive produced by Charlamagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. And who is our sponsor? Trap.
Meals by Manny.
My man, mealsbymanny.com, MANNIE.com for the 2027. If you want to cook, lose weight, or gain weight, or you just, want to cook some good shit, or you just don't feel like cooking, hit up Meals by Manny. Let Manny get your meals right. If you're going to make your own food, grab some of that Hood Fire seasoning, man. Meals by Manny, MANNIE.com. Let my man Manny get your meals right. Go through a couple super chats so we don't get lost in the middle.
He said he'd be here in 10 minutes, my bad. I just seen it just now in the group chat. He said he pulling up.
Justin, oh man, you done made me start the show without
my bad. Yeah, I ain't even realize it. I seen it after I said that. My bad.
Justin, thank you for the $2. Those albums cause me physical pain. How did those albums cause you physical pain?
Yeah, how did that happen? You must have tripped while you were listening to it or something like that.
How did those albums cause you physical pain?
Jumped up out of the bed and, like, you know what I'm saying, jumped out of the chair and switched his back or some shit like that.
I was not called you physical pain.
I gotta understand. Yeah, how did that happen?
How did they call you physical pain?
Oh, it might have like caught a crick in his neck from bopping his head like that. It could have been
he was jamming it.
Jamming. Probably was jamming.
Shout out to Jim. Jim, what up? Thank you for the $2. Trap look Dominican as fuck when he wake up. I know, Black.
I just woke up.
Because your eyes was red as hell. Shout out to Lamont Raglan. Thank you for the $5. G, can you find out what Doc bleeped out on Whacked Out Mirrors after he said I pay homage and I always mind my business? We need that in the 19-minute version.
Yeah,
it's funny, I never asked him about that shit. I never asked him. I don't think I really care. I put what I want to put there. But that could just be me. I'm just that type of person.
Yeah, we definitely need that 19-minute version.
I don't know, because then if I say it, then if he tell me, then I'm going to say it, and then he should have just put it out. I don't know how that would work out. I think he bleeped it out for a reason. Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $2. I still haven't listened, and I won't. You heard her. Chief Otero, thank you for the 3-month membership. Glass, I keep telling you this, big bruh. You have been labeled as a Drake hater. I would take that as a badge of honor if I were you and not be so quick to say you're not. Such things are life.
Terrell from Chicago?
Yeah.
That's Terrell from
Terrell,
Chicago.
yeah.
Yeah. What up, Terrell?
I don't know if I like, because I'm like a Michael Jordan hater. Like the people I hate, I'm honest about if I hate them. But the problem is if I allow them to label me a Drake hater and then I accept that, then that means I really should spend my time hating on Drake. You get what I'm saying, Trap? Like I say too many good things about him.
I think when they say that hated, I think hating is just it's getting overused, getting used in the wrong term. I don't think it's really hating. I think it's just if you give your matter of your opinion, I don't mean you actually hating. I think, and I always tell people all the time, hate is a strong emotion, man, to be given to somebody like that, though. And
I still to this day don't know why do they think I hate that man. Y'all don't agree with none of this shit we saying. Y'all think that shit is fucked up too. Y'all just lying. Like y'all just listen. The separation between me and y'all is I can still like you, but then call you out on your bullshit. Somewhere is different, but honestly, I don't know if I could live up to being a Drake hater. I don't think I can live up to it. I think that's a big responsibility. I gotta find something wrong with everything he does. You know what I mean? Like, that's just a lot of work. I don't really got time for that much work to. I'm not a Drake lover or a Drake hater. I don't have enough time. I'm a Scarface fan. I have time. I obligate time to enjoy his music and to talk about the things I like. Being a hater or a lover means you have to obligate so much space. I don't know, Latero, because I don't think I could obligate enough time to truly hate Drake. That would be a lot of work. I mean, I can see it being like financially viable, but I don't know. Then it might be too much emotional, Trap. It might be too emotional. You know what I mean? Oh, he did this. He did that. That motherfucker. That's a lot. I don't know time for that. Thank you for the $2. G, the dinner table can wait till the time is right. Yeah, I know, man, but I don't want to. I need to be grateful that we share this space together and we able to build for as long as we have. And if God got my brother, I got to make time to make sure I fuck with y'all. I got to find, if I trust God, I got to trust God, bro. You can't trust God. And then when it get hard, be like, well, I don't know. Like, you really have to trust God. So if I trust God, I cannot be that mentally and spiritually destroyed when it's time to get to it. Like, it's okay to have emotions, but like where I've been at is not a cool place to be. Shout out to Delgado the Great. Delgado, I got your message. I hit you back. Thank you for the $2. Trap always takes the analogy and runs the tangent.
What I do?
Man, you be just taking them analogies going too far. Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $2. No pause. Untuck your dick. I agree with her. Too many tuck penises. Shout out to Unc. Thank you for the $2. Laughing my ass off. Not the battle of pause 15 minutes in. Shout out to Delgado the Great. Thank you for the $5.
Dog is bugging. I'll be back.
What I got on right now probably ain't worth $100. A beanie, t-shirt, khakis, and a fresh pair of Chucks. See at they street. Ditto, thank you for the $5. Fools coming on podcast to troll and say dumb stuff is amazing to me. But the basement dwellers got to do something, I guess. Got to have something for the punk niggas, man. Got to have something for the bitch niggas. Shout out to Bear Witness. Thank you for the $5. If they wanted an authentic version of what Drake does, they would support Wale more. That's a bar. That's a bar. Shout out to Slade. Thank you for the $5. Ain't no nigga ever pissed on me. Somebody dropped that merch. I got you. What you not gonna do is piss on me. Shout out to Shy Nose. Thank you for the $2. White House TikTok ad using Drake's Iceman music.
That's crazy, though. That was crazy. I don't know what that's about.
Y'all been saying this the whole time that shit is MAGA infested with MAGA and it's coming out.
Yeah.
Whoever said that shit is slowly getting to a MAGA place, and you know, it looks pretty obvious at this point. But you know, it is what it is. Shout out to Baseline. Thank you for the $2. Dub C, fucking with House Party. Man, that song's so fucking fire, bro.
Baseline, what's happening?
Baseline, that song's so fire, dog. I want that nigga to perform the Shadies one. Next year is the 30th anniversary. Right. I want to do something. I want to actually promote something special for that album that I promote, and I want you guys to be able to enjoy it. Like, that's how much I love that album. Just because I like it, I want to promote an event for just that album where he promotes those songs. Like, that's how much I need to make a whole fucking movie about that album. That's what I'm gonna do.
You definitely put me on the album, and I was in Cali that
I'm gonna make an album about that, movie about that album.
That'll be dope.
Shout out to Tasha. Thank you for the 200 check dollars. Glasses. That's why I love Eminem. He never tried to be a part of street urban culture. He just made his own lane as a white boy rapping about his life in the trailer park kid. He didn't give a fuck about what people said. What's funny is he is very much street urban culture, but he's giving you that trailer park version of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, I think whoever, if it's M or somebody, was really smart, because I think they made M even more whiter than he was.
You mean like the blonde hair and all that shit like that? Like going
that's an extension, but even the trailer park choking out, like he pretty much, this is raggedy. He catered to all of our stereotypes of what we thought of white people that grow up in trailer parks.
Definitely did.
You know,
I mean, he made this movie Ain't Mad though.
Mad at his mom. Mm-hmm. So he gave us what he did as an entertainment. He catered to all of the things that we thought of white folk that come from the hood. But I even think he even acted a little more whiter than he was. You know what I mean? This dude been around a lot of black folk, but when you see the video, he was really smart. He did his hair blonde. Like, that was executed well. But I do appreciate that. And M is part of the culture. He not black, but as far as street urban culture goes, I mean, that's how you do it the right way. That's how you do it the right way. That's how you do it. Like, I would love to see that struggle from different perspectives of, like, growing up in the community, like, but from your perspective, your lens. That's what I liked about artists like Little Rob from Southern California. Like, certain people, like, who was like, he was a cholo. He's not necessarily like a gang member, I think, if I understand correctly, but he put on for cholo culture. Like, it's too much steering in everybody's lanes. Like, it's so many things we can offer each other. We don't have to drive in each other's lane to make it work.
This is why I be telling you, as far as, but you be going against me sometimes, be saying that, is that hip hop ain't nowhere next to being like as big as it's gonna be, because we still areas that we don't know what street urban culture looks like in certain areas though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't think you really have like urban areas that we haven't heard of.
I think we do.
I mean, it might be a couple left, but what urban areas, like densely populated places, you feel like we have heard nothing from? Densely populated being a place. Like, we got all the boroughs.
I was about to say, have we really got somebody from Arkansas yet?
But I don't know if Little Rock is densely populated. It could be, but I don't think Little Rock is hella densely populated.
Really ain't getting nobody from Arizona yet. We had Hot Rod, but he never really came out.
Phoenix. So you talking about somebody from Phoenix?
Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are some places that I always tell Spade this. Like, we got Tag Team, but we don't really got Denver street urban culture.
That's what I'm saying. Denver, your boy out there, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
But I was telling them, so
there's certain areas, man, it still hasn't really got this. Yeah.
But turn off that light, go. Thank you. Shout out to Janet. Janet, thank you for the membership. Tasha, thank you for the 50 check dollars. Dr. Dre discovered Eminem and Kendrick, looked up to, as Eminem is also a true lyricist, and that's why Dot and M get along so well and made songs. Dr. Dre, oddly, Jimmy Iovine discovered Eminem, and me and some other people kept shoving Kendrick in Dr. Dre's face. Pause. Like, we used to always be on Dre. Like, if Dre ever said, we used to be on him. He used to ask me about rappers in Compton. I would always bring up Kendrick, and I always bring up Problem. Like, you know, so that worked out well. But Jimmy Iovine, out of Dr. Dre's mouth, he told me Jimmy Iovine believed in Eminem. He discovered Eminem. He thought it would work. And Dre just figured out how to do the sound behind it. So credit to Dre for that. I always say Dre's greatest ability is his desire to do what somebody else wants him to do. Not necessarily what he want to do, because there's a ton of artists who won't do what other people want them to do. Dre, even as successful as he is, a lot of the things that, like 50 Cent is more of Eminem pushing him to do it. Snoop is Warren G pushing him to do it. He didn't even get dog at first, like at least out of their mouth, but Warren kept pushing it, and then he saw the party react to Snoop's music and was like, fuck it. So that one of Dr. Dre's ability is he's really unselfish in that moment of when it's time to do something that somebody else wants you to do. And it ended up working out for him really well, obviously, because you know, Eminem and Kendrick and Snoop Dogg are huge discoveries. So I don't even think there's an artist that have 3 discoveries of that magnitude as far as hip hop goes. Like a producer.
Might be gonna go to Marley Marl though.
Yeah, but again, it got to be somebody at the foundation.
Yeah.
Like original.
Yeah.
Shout out to Larry Love. Thank you for the $10. Drake should have became a singer and an actor. He went left on the turnpike and ended up in this American violence that he knows nothing about. Nothing, and the kids chose to follow, but he's 40. Yeah.
That was a good one. That was a good way to put it right there.
Point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jima. Thank you for the $2. Clip it. G told Act, welcome to Death Row. No, I did not.
You caught it, right? You caught it. Clip it. Clip it.
Do not clip it. That's not what I said.
That's what I said. I got an open invite. Pull up to the
Shout out to Skip Osorio. Thank you for the $10. Hey, Glasses, you're not a Drake hater. You're a hater of the BS that he does. Exactly. It don't matter who do it. Like, I'm not if Kendrick did it, I'll be like, man, fuck that. That's some punk shit. So I don't give a fuck who it is. Shout out to Man Law. Thank you for the $2. People confuse truth with hate. I mean, truth and hate can run together. I just don't understand what I said that was that bad about that man. Like, even when I tell a story about Cuz having that man tattooed on him, feel me, and then covering that tattoo up with another man, how is that hate? It ain't even about truth. I'm saying I shouldn't be arguing with you if you look up to that kind of person. Like him as a man, if you look up to that type of man, now if you think like me, like he makes some jamming records, that's different, right? Okay, I'll jam the records. But if you look up to him as a man, like you would want to be him, you would want to tattoo a man and you hang around that man at the club and shit, something's wrong with you.
Like when old boy said Drake, what'd he say? Drake did something to the story of his life, or like the soundtrack of the story of his life or something like that.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Who's that? My brother?
No, somebody we was talking about him a month ago or something, a couple weeks ago. Somebody said Drake was the soundtrack of his life.
I mean, I get it if you had a great moment and a Drake song came on. I get it totally. I'm just saying,
not the soundtrack of your life, bro.
I'm just saying, how do you
some moments?
Depend on the age. Depend on the age the person is though.
Hell the fuck no, Trap.
Nah,
Drake really our age, nigga.
Yeah, but you gotta think like somebody who's like who's like right now 30 years old right now. Drake came out when he was 15. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
longer than that.
Yeah, even long. Yeah,
Drake
14
came out when
maybe.
was like,
which also be
12.
No,
which,
are they 30 right now?
2008 and 9. He was a big deal in 2008.
Yeah, Trap there, 2008 and 9.
Yeah,
18 years ago.
Damn.
So I get how his music could score your life. I totally understand that.
Wow.
Because maybe they plan that, and then you may not be from where we from.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a regular person and you hear the music, it makes sense. But if you need anything in depth outside of yourself, that's kind of where he would fall short.
I just feel like that should be the first question you ask a nigga when you meet him. Does Drake scored your life? And then if he said yes, you should just not be his friend. Like you should just walk off.
Yo, it'd be so crazy because it'd be hard for me because like last now that my brother's a big Drake fan though. Sure. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think would your brother say that though?
He said something similar to that when we were doing the pod. I forgot how he said it though, Glass. What did he say? I forgot how he said it. But he was just like it was something upon like Drake music was playing during certain moments of my life like that. And I'm saying that
which makes sense.
It could bring memories to it. And I'm saying it's you got certain songs that you could hear that song and now you get a flashback of.
I think Drake caters to the whole world or all of America as a pop act. I don't know if he truly has something for because hip hop is the coat of people. Like I always say, he don't have a cult classic.
Yeah.
Like
Does he not have a cult? That's an interesting statement. Does he not have a cult classic?
No.
That's crazy.
Everybody would think it's classic if it's classic. He
Yeah,
don't have
that
a
is true.
cult
That's
song
right.
that's
That is
like our shit. Like that's for us. Like,
that is true.
Like whatever's going on with us, there's no song that he has that be like, hey, that song works for this time.
Damn.
Like he has a regular, like, great song. Like cult is different because you would have to be aware of cult. You'd have to have some understanding about cult. I mean, even like Started from the Bottom in theory should be a cult classic. It should represent, but it's like because he made it and what he did is like it didn't connect to the. It's like everybody's song. Like somebody could start at the bottom of a Fortune 500 company and think that's their song.
Exactly. You got crazy motherfuckers playing that for their anthem. Like niggas who start off with $1 million in their pocket.
Yeah, they'd be like, I started from the bottom now here.
Now I got
100 million.
Now I got 100 million.
It's like, I don't think hip hop, we talk about that bottom.
You can see Donald Trump playing that shit.
Yeah.
Now
he up, he got 10 billion for the IRS. Started from the bottom, now he here. He got all of 10 billion now, but he's like, I only had 20 million when I started. Sir, that's not the bottom we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's not quite the bottom that we mean. You talk about like started, yeah, that's a different bottom. Shout out to Bad Karma. Thank you for the $5. That man got on the West Coast beat and was getting his ass whooped. Sad. Yeah, I heard about that.
Somebody put this shit on the Fresh Prince beat. That shit sounded crazy.
Shout out to Eyes on the Sky. Thank you for the $5. I thought this album was supposed to save hip hop because it was dead without Drake. What did I miss?
Oh, I like what you did there. I like what you did there.
Sweet.
I like what you did there.
Been it for real. Thank you for the $5. That didn't speak in the line or on the line about minding his business because the silence was him minding his business. That's a good point. Shout out to Tina Connor. Thank you for the $5. People confuse stated facts for hating. Drake fans refuse to hear or accept the truth. That's the difference between his stands and dot base. Probably. Shout out to Lamont Ragland. Thank you for the $5. G, these days, relationships, you got to agree with everybody, everything somebody does, or you label the op. They say they want real friends, then misuse them. That's true. Yeah, I agree. Shout out to The City Is Mine. Thank you for the $5. It's too much time and energy to hate when you could just say fuck cuz and keep it pushing. For the most part. Shout out to Lamont Ragland. Thank you for the $2. Yo, G, how can I go about getting a feature from you? Hit me on the DM, man. I'm rapping this. I've been rapping all week, too. Hit me on the DM, brother. I got you.
Definitely has, man. Crazy.
Tasha, thank you for the 50 check dollars. Glasses, I watched the Third Verse podcast with Justin Stat and DJ while they were listening to it live, and they hated it. Stat was disappointed. Stat is a record man, too, so I'm surprised he disappointed.
Stat was looking forward to the album like a motherfucker, too.
Well, Stat thought he was going to get a bunch of records because anybody that knows the business, like I said, the direction should have been, let me just go make the best records. Let me go kick ass. Let me get into my strong space. But from reading Twitter and listening to y'all talk about the album, it sounded like he spent a nice amount of time on the main album just kind of talking about 2 years ago or which nigga broke his heart. And I think that I don't know.
Trap.
Yep.
On some different shit real fast because y'all talking about rap. G been rapping. G probably just dropped top 10 best player verses of all time.
Which
when I come on.
Huh? Okay.
When I come on. Shout out to 65 Shutdown. Thank you for the $5. Trap, me and you are beefing. You let Lex talk all that BS on Gatekeepers about Dot not doing nothing for hip hop culture. That's crazy.
I can't listen, bro. I can't shut the net. If he gonna say what he gonna say, I don't mute nobody, Mike, man.
Hey, why somebody think Lex is controllable?
Bro, Lex, I can't control what that man say. You gotta go watch the new episode. Go watch the new episode we had.
That's one of YouTube.
Man. Dot's favorite center, thank you for. I think that's what he's talking about. Dot's favorite center, thank you for the $5. Sending love to your family. Let's see if they be talking about these 50 songs out in a month. Old ass Flows trying to convince me that he's their favorite. I like what you did there, Dots. Like what you did there. Food for thought. Thank you for the $2. OKC would surprise you. Actually, street urban culture. But that's what Trap was saying. Yeah. Trap is saying that
Yeah.
Like we still got some cultures to see.
Yeah. I'm telling you. And then I think it's gonna go. Then I think it's gonna eventually go from if we do come to a point where we lose the urban, you know what I'm saying, the metropolitan area like that though, we might have to start diving into them little stick towns and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't know if it'll quite be hip at that point.
I don't know.
But listen, let's say we got 50 years out of hip hop. Right? Is that not a long enough time?
What, to reach everywhere?
No, I'm saying if that's all we got is 50 years.
G always trying to kill hip hop.
No, I'm not killing.
Is that a long enough time?
Like rock and roll. How many years did rock and roll?
Disco ain't like, how long did disco last for?
Oh, disco got 10 years.
Disco got 10 years, right? That's it, right?
We already beat disco.
Yeah, we beat disco out. I'm trying to think of other genres that didn't really like came and went.
R&B is pretty much dead.
No, R&B, you don't
just killing R&B.
And whenever white people start being the biggest artists in black music, that is dead.
We got SZA.
No, SZA is a pop act.
Every time somebody make it big in R&B, we just gonna move into pop like Beyonce.
No, but SZA. She was actually making pop from the beginning. She always made
They wasn't putting her in there though. They haven't put her in there yet though.
They do.
They still label her as R&B.
No, they actually are putting her in pop. Yeah. I said right now, Adele is the biggest thing. Listen, when I'm saying something is not like, I'm saying when we were the biggest thing in the world in it.
I get what you're saying.
Now, if white people are the biggest thing in the world of it, it's over for us. Because once white people become the biggest thing in the world of something, then white dollars gonna finance white people doing it.
When that Justin what's that boy name? Justin somebody.
Well, Justin Timberlake?
Yeah. No, who?
Justin Bieber.
When Justin Bieber album dropped, do you know motherfuckers called me and said the best R&B album in 10 years?
Yes.
I ain't gonna hold you. That album, I can hear what you're saying now, G, with the net, but the album was good though. That Swag album was alright though.
I don't know. I'm not fucking with it.
The album was alright though.
I'm not fucking with it, man. I'm not fucking with none of these people acting like niggas.
But he wasn't he? I don't know if he's still with Usher though. But I know Usher was behind.
I'm not fucking with none of these people acting like niggas.
I get you.
Like, for me to fuck with your R&B, you got to be the Eminem of R&B. Your shit got to be straight up white people. No, because Robin Thicke just knocked off Marvin Gaye a million times. Got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
I didn't know his pops making music too at one point too.
Alan is cold.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Alan wrote Different Strokes.
Mm-hmm.
Alan wrote Different Strokes. Like I need my white people to be flat out white people.
But they wasn't like that back in the days though, bro.
Well, because black people were still the star of R&B. So it's cool when you got some white people. Shout out to the 70s with Hall & Oates and Average White Band. Long as we know they not the Isleys. But now with Adele, Justin Bieber, Sam Smith, what's the little man with the glasses? He's cool.
Ed Sheeran.
They are the biggest things in R&B.
Why you keep throwing Adele in there though? Adele, if you gonna call SZA pop, you gonna call Adele R&B?
It's not about what I think. It's just about what the music is.
What's the music? Sure, Justin Bieber. I know you ain't listened to that album, but that for sure, that nigga was trying to be R&B. Like he was for sure trying to. Like he almost got me too. I ain't gonna lie, Trap. I'm listening to that shit. I said, "Is this shit good?"
The album was good.
It's good. Like, look. Again, we having an argument, right? Where y'all saying Sam Smith, Ed Sheeran, and
I give you Sam Smith. Sam Smith, I think might be R&B.
I get it. I'm not disagreeing, but I'm telling you the problem is their marketing and all of the R&B budget is going into them.
You think they're marketing Adele as R&B?
Yes, that's why she's playing on R&B stations. She's playing on adult contemporary station.
She is.
She's not just playing. Shout out to Mother Uranus. She said anything. Go look at her spins on R&B radio, on urban radio. She's spinning on urban radio. Like that's the separation with pop is when you're spinning on urban radio. Like she's spinning on urban radio, not just rhythmic, but urban radio.
Let me ask you a question. How powerful of a movement is R&B still in this day to where a pop artist would want to even get spins on an R&B? Like, is that not moonwalking for a pop artist to get some spins on the art, would you even want that at a big artist like Adele?
You want? I mean, listen, it depends. Like a lot of pop songs don't have to spin on all of the channels.
Okay.
But I'm saying that one specifically does. Like Adele spins on urban stations. Like she's a part of Adult AC.
I don't listen to radio, so I can't say nothing. I just got to go with it.
Again, we having an argument about what she should be classified as. Like I'm telling you, Drake should be classified as the same thing. You're not listening. Again, y'all spending time arguing instead of listening to what I'm saying to y'all. All right, I'm not gonna argue with y'all. I told y'all again, just keep watching as they keep moving those people into those spaces and giving them the R&B budgets. Again, y'all not listening. Y'all just want to argue and shit and tell me some shit. You can say they 3 pop acts. Okay. Watch when the next record come out. They'll be getting urban spins.
For sure, I don't think they all 3, because when they did the R&B awards, they threw in Justin Bieber in there. Like, and I think they threw another white person up in there too. Like they trying to give them awards also for R&B. So we can call them pop acts, but they are trying to classify these guys as R&B. Some of these guys are R&B right now.
I'm not gonna argue with y'all. I keep telling y'all over and over again.
Justin Bieber.
They moving all the R&B acts to neo soul. They call them neo soul, where the budget is like way less, and they moving all of that budget that was for those people initially into those artists.
Hey, the right white artists drop a album at the right time, and they're gonna win the R&B award. They're gonna win the R&B award. I think people understand what you're saying right there. They're like, oh shit, Justin Bieber.
Y'all gonna again, just
won.
like I told y'all about this, man. Y'all gonna realize I'm right about this. It's not about right. I don't get nothing for being right. I'm telling y'all ahead of time what's happening.
I could see Sam Smith winning a R&B Grammy.
It's not gonna hit y'all till it happens. Y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? By the time it happens, it's gonna be too late. I've been telling y'all this.
What's gonna happen if Jack Harlow win a neo soul? They got a neo soul Grammy?
No, I don't think so.
What if he win an R&B something for his album, Jack Harlow?
I agree, Mighty Isis. I've been saying that for a while.
R&B is dead.
All you got to do is look at Adele and Jill Scott. Look at how Adele is marketed. Adele sings as well as Jill Scott. Jill Scott sings as well as Adele. Maybe even still a little bit better. Look at the marketing budgets.
A girl said, "Come take
said Sam Smith already won."
Damn, Sam Smith already won
an R&B award.
Yeah.
Did he?
Gavion just dropped a new album. I gotta check that out. Maya just dropped the album. James Sapp. Chris Brown just dropped the album.
You said Maya just dropped a new album?
Yeah, Chris Brown just dropped the album and didn't receive a big budget. I'm gonna tell y'all that again.
Yeah, Chris Brown dropped the Brown album.
Listen, if I ever heard "Rolling in the Deep," it was marketed to black people.
So you just couldn't in your everyday life just catch "All in the Deep"? Just
where? What am I watching where "Rolling in the Deep" would happen?
But for them to do that though, it is a what's the name song though? Who was that? Aretha, right? Who was that? Whose song was that? Rolling in the Deep. She did over. She did somebody's song. That's not an original song though. So I guess
I'm just saying Adele should be in pop, but it's not just pop, man. They're not doing that. That's where that budget is going to. Like a lot of hip hop and rap budget is going to country. I told y'all this about a year ago. And then they came with the billboards. And I told y'all, I said, man, all of that money that they were investing in rap songs is about to go into country.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the #1 song in the country, right, is a country song.
It's wicked because the way they doing it, though, too, for some of them, though, like even like when the Shabuzi dude was on there, like when he was up like that, you know what I'm saying? They was taking, that was a hip-hop whole shit they took and flipped, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They took that and flipped it and made it into some country shit. They did it on some, they did it in the club, too, I think. Just flipped in the club over to some country shit.
I'm telling y'all, I'd talk to these people. I'm watching radio station flip panels from rap panels to country panels because that's where the money is going. That's where the funds are being allocated. So a lot of this rap stations, it's going to be hard for rap songs to be as big as they once was, because once they realized the record labels wasn't spending money in rap records, the radio stations need that money. Once they realized that a lot of advertisers wasn't advertising through black eyes and black dollars, a lot of people finna run on black art. They finna get up out of here. They're like, oh shit, I'm finna get up out. All of that. It's so much of extras that's in the middle of this that y'all thought was down with the program, but it was always business. That shit, they finna get on. They finna get on. That, mark my words, they finna get on.
Hey, back to your original question about if 50 years would be a good span for hip hop. What do you think about that? Like, do you think hip hop sees 50 years, or?
I mean, this might 50 years, shit. This in a few years, shit.
Do you think we get there? Do we?
I mean, jazz is still happening. Do I think we make it at the place where we was at in the pinnacle? No, it's over.
All right, so that's the, and then
as the pinnacle, as the league leader, and as the change, yeah, it's over.
How did that change your life though? Because you're a hip hop artist.
Don't.
So do you stop rapping at that, or do you stop?
Hell no.
Okay.
I already make a boutique product in today's time.
Okay.
Like, I always thought of it as a boutique product. Like, hip hop has always been a boutique product. It just went mainstream.
Okay.
And now you got a bunch of people lying like they making the same thing. You get what I'm saying? Everybody saying they making hip hop.
Yeah. Hey, what about you, Trap? I mean, seeing the hip hop could be possibly coming to an end.
I see you, Miss Hummus.
Do you start making R&B beats now, Trap?
I don't
start making pop beats.
I don't feel like hip hop come to no end. No, I feel like we haven't even like, you know what I'm saying, scratch the ceiling of what hip hop.
I don't think he's asking is people making jazz? He asking.
I mean, making some more innovation and becoming like something new.
No, he's asking, is hip hop going to remain what it's been to the world?
Oh,
and I think without.
Nah. All right. So in that case right there, I can see it actually stepping back from being, you know what I'm saying,
mainstream.
Like mainstream is it. And I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing.
Good afternoon, Miss Hummus.
But Trap, how do you?
Let it go real quick.
Okay. I got you.
Okay.
What's up, Miss Hummus? What's up, Miss Homicide?
Hey, Coach. Hey, Trap.
Homicide.
I just want to ask a question real quick. Is it a bad thing if we disappear from the chart? Because remember, in R&B used to be a niche thing.
Yes.
It's our thing.
It was a boutique
I wanted
product.
to disappear. Yeah, let them listen. This is what I've been saying on X. I don't know, Glasses, if you see my tweets or whatever, but it's like, okay, let them claim to have whatever it is they have, right? It's quote unquote hip hop. It's quote unquote R&B. Y'all take that. Go make a version of that is pleasing to the white folks and everybody else. Meanwhile, if we are really about our culture, if we are really about business, we're going to support our real R&B and our real hip hop. And so I'm not like really worried about what they consider hip hop and what they consider R&B. I actually think that's a good thing, right? Because I've been, I don't know if y'all watch my channel, but I've been saying like, y'all go create your own genre, your own bizarre Twilight Zone, upside down, you know what I mean? R&B and hip hop. Go do that. And yeah, they're going to steal the name. They're going to steal the name of the genre, but it's kind of a good thing for us because we don't have to worry about that. We can get back to the basics. We can get back to our art. We can get back to enjoying it. I remember listening to artists, hip hop and R&B, and asking somebody about it, and they're like, "I never heard of that," and that was okay.
Hey.
You know what I mean? It's word of mouth. You introduce it to this person. You introduce it to that person.
Miss Hummus,
I love that.
I have a quick question for you, Miss Hummus.
Okay.
Because I hear what you're saying, and I get exactly what you're saying, but what happened to rock and roll though? Like when they stole it from us, and did we ever get back to?
No.
Coach, I listened. Well, dang, you're right. The rock and roll bands I listened to are away.
That's why and I see what you're saying. I'm just wondering if we're going to do that, if we're going to get back to doing what, because like when they made rock and roll turn to something completely different. Like you start listening to a lot of the new rock or even some of the old rock that we grew up on, and you go back and listen to black rock, you be like, that's a little different. That ain't what it used to sound like.
So,
and it took years, but that's a good point, Coach. So what do we do, y'all? How do we?
I think, Ms. Hummus, I think that's what the battle was important for, because hip hop could have went into a space, but it just became unrecognizable. And what happened to rock and roll was going to happen to rap music, to hip hop. And that battle was the final shift where culturally, the culture stood up, was like, nah, we're not going. So now it's like, okay, well, we're going to start spending money. The president is the president, so we're going to start spending money in country. We're going to mess with K-pop a little bit. You know, we're going to stick in these things. But if, like I said, if you think about it, I'm with you. I think I'm cool with it being a boutique thing. Like, I know how to work in a boutique market. I'm going to do great, right? It's more of a place for me, because boutiques are more about people person and people meeting you and seeing you and curating personal experiences. But I think you're going to lose a lot of even great creators because of it. Even when we talk about K-pop is just a knockoff R&B, just like modern pop music with Adele and Sam Smith and all them people knocking R&B. K-pop is just old R&B. Like, it's to the point where Teddy Riley is producing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's really what it is. So I think for me, it's fine, right? But also, if I was a jazz musician, it's fine. But I'll tell you one thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'll tell you one thing. I was thinking about those 3 albums from Drake, and I genuinely think he might have messed up his chance to break Michael Jackson's record.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
from the reactions, I watched reactions, but I skipped past the music and I just seen their reaction. I was like, oh, this is terrible.
Well, not because it's good or bad. I think if you put out 43 songs and then you make at least from reading on Twitter, there's a decent amount of salacious conversation that will steal the attention from the record. So whatever the record is, I'm not quite sure, because the conversations that I'm seeing is about the salacious things that he's saying on different songs. You get what I'm saying, Trap? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, Ms. Hummus? Like,
no, yeah, I know. Like everybody that I've seen on like Twitter and TikTok is just like, where is the growth? Like, where, like, we know about popping ass and doing this and doing that, but like real things are going on right now. Like, why aren't you addressing any of those things?
But mine is
Trap like that. Trap like that talk.
But mine is that because honestly, I didn't listen and I can't talk about that. But mine is that, like, I don't think you should ever expect growth from a pop artist. Like, imagine like Madonna talking about being a great grandmother. Like, that's not how you do pop music.
That should be dope.
Good point.
So I think anybody went into this looking for growth from a pop artist kind of missed the plot. Like the same thing I've been saying for 7-8 years is like, there's not going to be that in pop music. You're not going to listen to NSYNC talk about, you know, Backstreet Boys talking about this, that, and the third. But back to the point of what I'm saying is, when people saying he going to break the record was the 14 number ones. That was like an all-time great accomplishment. And to me, that's the one that's worth pursuing more than anything in the world. That's a great place in the history books that may never be taken over again. You know what I mean? May never be taken over again. But I almost think he compromised his opportunity because of the volume of songs, right? The volume is 43 songs, because a lot of the songs that are not meant to be special at that place have salacious thing that you could keep going back and being entertained by, that I'm not seeing one song grow out of it from the first week. Because the truth is, even just like in Drake's position, and they're not finna spend a lot of money at radio. It's still rap records. And people don't understand this. Like, they feel like, oh, they're not going to be spending a bunch of money in rap records.
You guys probably noticed I don't listen to the radio. So is Drake stuff getting spent on radio right now? Or
I haven't listened to the radio.
I don't listen to radio.
I would imagine some of the songs are going to get played, but I think the problem is, even him, he's not above the program of rap. Outside of the personal dilemmas he made for himself, doing what he's doing with these people, but I think it's just tough.
So let me ask you this, because we talk about jazz, we talk about country, we talk about rock, right? Which are all valid points. But in today's society, right now, right, hip hop is us. Hip hop is different in such a way because it was born from our struggles. It was born from the things that we've gone through, and we're still going through that. So do you guys, I want to ask this, do you honestly think they can completely take it away from us the same way they did those other genres? Because that's pretty much stripping us of our identity.
What about
Like
blues?
rock
I feel like
and disco and country and all that, that was not our identity. Hip hop is different. It's swag. It's the way we dress. It's the way we talk. It's the way we carry ourselves. It is our very being. You can't take away our very being, at least in my head. That's why I want to know. Like, what do y'all think about
what you think about blues, Miss Hummus? Do you think blues came from our struggle, or?
No, I do. But what I'm saying is, okay, so not everybody identifies with blues.
Okay.
Right? Not everybody identifies with disco.
You think everybody identifies with hip hop?
Older people, yes. Even my mom, my grandma, I love when you call me Big Papa. My grandma was like, "Ooh, that's my joint." It was like 73.
But I
So
think jazz at that time was that too.
Yeah.
I think rock was even at that time like that.
You think so? Because I know. So here's the thing: my grandma and grandpa had the old school wheel. You know, the little tape that was like the big.
Something about the A-tracks.
Yeah, no. Was it A-track in the house?
Real.
With the big wheels? Yeah.
Real.
They played soul. They played R&B.
Real in the crib?
I don't feel like they've taken R&B from us. I feel like if you really want to listen to R&B, we're not a monoculture anymore. You just mentioned Giveon. I love his music. Yeah, there are plenty of R&B artists out there that we still listen to. And that's my whole point. Like, let them do their thing over there. And then if we're really going to support our culture, if we're really going to take this back, then you need to go out and search and find music and support those artists that are quote unquote niche in today's world. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I would say this, Miss Hummus.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me scared about Glasses' point a little bit, even about hip hop, and even has my brain wondering, like, man, what is hip hop going to become? Because I feel like every incarnation of music that came from Black people in America have been from pain and struggle. Like ever since we got over from slavery, like everything we've been doing, every piece of music have come from pain and struggle. And when we start looking back in the history and time of what happened to that music, I just be like, man, that shit it's gone now. Or
I mean, black people are doing
social media. We didn't have social media back then. We are able to organize now. We are able to come together as a community online, unfortunately, the way we didn't back in the day. Like, think about the Black Lives Matter. We gonna be all right. You know what I mean? I feel like we're at a point in time where we can prevent this from happening. And that's why I'm always on X. Like, who cares about the numbers? Like, we have a tool and technology. Say what you want to about social media. It's toxic AF. But we have this thing in place where we can unite. And you see it more and more. Glasses, that's why you are becoming so viral. Think about it. Like, your channel is blowing up because you are standing on business. Because Trap, for the most part, Trap, you be tripping sometimes. But Trap the Coach, like, your whole podcast in general is standing on business. So I understand what you're saying, Coach. But at the same time, there are measures in place, such as social media, that can bring us together. That can make sure that this one thing we have left will not be colonized by the others. I'm not going to say the whites, because Tasha, I don't want you to think I'm talking about you. So by the others, you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense?
No, it makes sense, Miss Hummus. It's funny because I'm torn right between you and Glasses points, because I want you to be right, because I don't even want to. It's going to be weird to be in a world without hip hop is the mainstay of Black music, but Glasses does have the facts on his side. So I think I'm torn right in between. I hope that you're right though, because I don't want us to be on the charts. I don't want this to be a thing they can critique. I don't want this to be a thing that Aiden Ross and all these other racist folks talk about. I want it to come back to us. Listen, if y'all want, let's come up with a different name, right? Let's come up with a different name for hip hop. Let's come up with a different name for R&B. What you got? What you got, Miss Hummus?
It's already gone, Coach. It's already, like, listen, the train has left the station. If we're gonna keep it real, let's keep it real. The train has already left the station. That's why Drake got as big as he is. Everybody and their mama knew this nigga was not hip hop. He brought in an audience. You see them online. They're talking about stuff they know nothing about, right? I don't know what to call it, Coach. You come up with a name. But what I'm saying is, we can take it back. We have a tool that allows us to coalesce and get on the same page. If you really F with our culture and Black culture and all of that, okay. Look, Coach, they are erasing Black, the slavery and Black history from everything.
Right.
Schools,
They are.
museums. It's already happening. The train has left the station. What can we do right now as a people to get on the same page and make sure that this thing that we call hip hop and R&B and our culture, we still celebrate it. We still go back and listen to it. I don't know if I'm making sense, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, okay, it doesn't need to chart. Who cares? Because back in the day, we weren't even allowed to be on MTV.
You are making
so
sense.
Let's take this thing back, right?
Yeah, you are making sense, Miss Hummus, and you are kind of a little bit light at the end of my tunnel, because when I hear G talking, man, and don't get me wrong, G is not just making it dark or whatever, but he does come across like a survivalist sometimes, or like a prepper, like a guy who's ready for the end of the world when he's talking about this
As
shit.
he should.
And you're right. He should, because he's seen the writing on the wall. But it makes me a little sad sometimes. I'm like, oh shit.
Listen, when it hits the fans, and G's out there on the front line protesting and marching, I will buy a plane ticket. Me and G going down with the ship. I'm going down with him. Ain't no way. There's no way they're taking this away from us. I refuse. No, it's funny, but I'm like, dead ass.
The best part of this, Hummus, is they're not going to take it from us, right? But because they can't take it from us, they are not going to invest in it. And that's fine to me.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that's fine to me. That's not fine to everybody else, though.
That's why you see so many sellouts.
For sure.
Because
but I'm saying,
you used to rap and you used to make hip hop music out of the love of the art because it was in your bones. That's how you express yourself.
I completely agree. But so there's going to have a couple problems, right? Not for me, but for a lot of people, right? An artist is going to have to get much more savvier with marketing. Right? That's kind of crazy, because the best artists are not necessarily great people in marketing. Right? They don't run parallel all the time. And like even now when we talking about this, right? Like I was trying to explain this to somebody and they was telling me what songs was gonna play on the radio. I'm like, bro, they're not spending money in rap records. They're not spending money in rap records. They're not spending money in R&B records. Like they're not spending money.
I like that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think that's a good thing.
But this is the point I'm saying to you. Now you're asking, which I'm not disagreeing with you, but you're asking an audience of people. What you're going to get is just like, okay, look at it like boxing, Miss Hummus. The best athletes don't go to boxing anymore. You get what I'm saying? The best athletes, the best black folk in America don't go to boxing. They go to football. They go to basketball. They go to where the money is and where the attention is. So I think what you're going to get is a lot of artists that would have came from hip hop that would have went into that space. They're going to go into country. You're about to witness the rise of so many black people, right? That are country acts.
Then let them do that. That's my whole point, Glasses. Listen, if you are a hip hop, if hip hop is in your bones, if R&B is in your bones, if any of these other types of arts that you do, you should be doing this for the love of the art, or not for money. And if that's what I'm saying, if that's what they want to do, go have your own genre, go over there, because the crux of our culture, the crux of hip hop, the crux of R&B, the crux of basketball, what have you, that comes from a love of your sport or love of the genre. I know that people want to get paid. I understand that, but then over there, then go
But
over there.
I don't know if that's the
Don't come here in
driving.
our space.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's the driving force though, Miss Hummus, for all of the people. Now I'm with you on the level of purity.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Well, I think you get
If that's
Russell
the driving
Simmons
force.
because of the opportunities. I think you get Jay-Z because of the opportunities.
They're sellouts.
Huh?
In my opinion, they're sellouts.
I understand that, but some of these people, I don't think you get a lot of great revolutionaries without certain things. I think you'll get some, but I think you're gonna lose a lot. It's all good.
But see, I disagree with you because there are so many underground hip hop artists and hip hop groups that are making phenomenal music right now.
Like, who? Give me an
We don't
example.
need these commercial. We don't need these commercial wannabes out here saying this and saying that, like, and representing our people. If you are making music in the hip hop space, Coast Contra, trap for the record.
Okay.
If you are here making music because you want to have clout or you want to have money, or I'm saying in hip hop, not necessarily R&B, hip hop specifically. If that's what you're here for, then you don't belong here because that's not where it originated. That's not what. Think about this, Glasses. A lot of our trap and lunch table, a lot of the hip hop music that we've heard is garbage to us because we are. What did you say, Glasses? Hip hop is street urban culture. You have to be able to connect with somebody. And I see a lot of younger people since this battle, right? I see a lot of younger Black men and women going back and listening to Michael Jackson, listening to Kendrick Lamar, listening to Busta Rhymes and Wu-Tang and Redman and Method Man. There's still even the younger ones out there that crave a real message. I don't know if I'm making sense, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, who cares? Let them take it. Okay, you want to call it that? Okay, bring it back to us. It's our culture. It's our very being. They can't take that from us. If they take that from us, we might as well not exist.
Well,
right?
yeah,
like, even though they're erasing Black history, it's up to us who have kids to teach our children that.
No, I don't think we're in disagreement, but I think you do have to acknowledge that that's the thing. Like this is a Sunday dinner conversation, but the fact that they are erasing the fact that this country did Black people wrong, it's already to a place to where it's another movement at the same time that's saying that the transatlantic slave trade didn't exist.
Exactly. Right?
But I don't know if that's good. You get what I'm saying? So like you get
Glasses. I don't it's not good, but there's nothing we can do about it right now. That's my point.
Sure.
The train has left the station. It's gone. Come on now. We can't fight this propaganda, white supremacists. We're gonna erase their history. Let's just keep it real. We can't do anything about that. But we can coalesce. We can gather together. We can
but at that point, even at that point, Ms. Hummus, and again, this is where it makes me sound like a Donnie Downer. It's like people are finding community with other people. So like the internet, social media can give you a false sense of connection with people that are not of you. You'll be like, these is my people. So look, I don't want to kind of get stuck here. I'm just saying, like, because I'm with you. I think hip hop has always been a boutique product that ended up in some department stores. And I thought it was always a boutique product, but I think at the same time, just like R&B was a boutique product. But I think what happens is you get people, they'll start to. One thing that this particular enemy, this opposition is good at is taking something and rewriting the history.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fact.
Always.
So at that point, again, just like we said right now, like where it's like, oh yeah, I think there should be more of a fight for certain things. But let me get to it, Miss Hummus. I love you.
All right, thank you, Miss Hummus. Hey, food for thought, Miss Hummus. That was good convo.
Good afternoon.
Hey, what's going on, G?
What's happening? Who this?
Bennett for real, man.
Bennett, what's happening, dog?
Bennett for real.
Real quick. Y'all need to take the whole context of your conversation and relate that shit back to the movie Sinners. Everything y'all talking about happened in that movie and was described in that movie.
That's
you need to go back and check it out. everything you talking about, hip hop, how they stole our culture, everything, how the people closest to you can get bit and get sucked into the cult. I mean, everything y'all talking about right
Facts.
That's facts. Hey, that's exactly what I took from the movie, Bennett. That's exactly what I took from that movie.
now. Peace.
All right, brother. All right.
In it, and I ain't in it.
So, but I think that's my point, though. I guess that's what I've been trying to say is like, I don't know if the thing is to ignore that people are being turned into vampires. Because if that was the case, like I wouldn't have said nothing initially when all this is happening. Dewan, what up, boy? What's happening, dog?
What up, man?
I can't call it, man. What's on your mind, big dog?
Man, I've been hearing y'all talk about this history of the music, and it's I wanted to just drop a few things in if I can real quick.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Am I clear? Am I echoing? I'm good.
You good?
you
Good.
good,
First
you
off,
good.
and Dewan
Okay,
is
cool.
a historian when it comes to black music, so I hope y'all listen and get
Oh,
these
let's go.
bars.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Well, we got to understand that hip hop is like you say, it's a boutique sound. All black music is boutique. All black music is regional, and it all follows the same story. Us drawing from our joy and our pain.
Okay.
We draw from both sides. And right now, we have to understand hip hop, just like R&B, they're both children of the blues. They're both children of jazz. And R&B really is the pop form of all American music.
Facts.
When you start talking about pop American music, all that stuff was born out of R&B. Rock and roll was born out of R&B.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? All that stuff comes out of R&B. And it's all our culture, just with different textures, just with different tempos. Rock is just R&B that's a little bit faster. K-pop is R&B fried up in a wok. You dig?
Yeah.
You know, it's wok fried R&B. It's still R&B.
Like that.
You know, and hip hop is the rap form of rhythm and blues. We have to understand when rhythm and blues started, rap was integrated with rhythm and blues from day one. The father of R&B is Louis Jordan. If you remember that song, "Is You With?"
I know,
Tom
man.
and Jerry?
Louis Jordan is the first R&B dude. It's funny, Dewan, because I
And
can't
he
wait.
rap.
I can't wait till we sit down, bro. Like nothing has made me more excited. I was really finna put pressure on you about this week, but I was trying to explain to somebody Louis Jordan, even really Ray Charles not getting credit for birthing what we would call pop music. The whole concept
Right.
of it.
Right. Yeah, like Louis Jordan, he was if people want to look up a song called "Choo Choo Shaboogie."
Mhm.
You'll hear Louis Jordan rapping and singing at the same time. And when you talk about Ray Charles, yeah, Ray Charles is the pop. Ray Charles is also the person that brought in the bandstand.
Exactly.
The first to use a live bass, keys, drums, and guitar. First person to use that setup was Ray Charles, you know?
Mhm.
So we got to understand all of it's black, and hip-hop got a really long lifeline.
Exactly.
It got a much longer lifeline than a lot of our music.
Exactly.
And when hip-hop got its lifeline in the early 2000s, we got to remember that came to the detriment of R&B.
Exactly.
Those R&B budgets were shifted into hip-hop
Exactly.
99 to 2003 when those corporations started merging. Hip-hop was an easier art form to produce. You don't have to tune voices. You ain't got to bring
It
bands.
was cheaper.
Yeah.
People were more ignorant. That was a part of it. Exactly. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Cook, bro. Cook.
They don't know that you're right. So now they figured, okay, because they really cut off hip-hop with the Big Three era when those were the last three that they put money behind.
Yeah.
And so they just kind of been letting it flow off. Now they about due to it what they did to R&B, but it's going to be a good thing, like you said, because it was never meant for the masses anyway. This is our communication tool. You know, it's supposed to be regional. It's supposed to be, you know, in our areas. And you're right, it is going to country. And really it's going to all of our music. All of our music is doing good right now. Jazz, like Kamasi Washington is the biggest thing in jazz right now.
It's getting a cool rebirth. It's getting a cool. I've been noticing that.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ryan Porter. He just passed this past weekend, but he was the trombonist of our time.
Yeah.
And he's part of that West Side Get Down crew, you know?
Yeah.
And so our music is in a good space. Hip hop is gonna go back to it, but hip hop is gonna come back to us when it do it. We just gotta remember that.
And I'm grateful that it came back to us. And I guess that's what I was trying to explain to Ms. Hummus. But with that, you got to know what comes with that for the general audience. And I guess that's what I'm trying to explain to them. Like, it's way too much belief that we're finding things on our own. It's definitely not enough respect for the marketing machine that puts things in your face, which is to Trap's point all the time. But again, I agree with Ms. Hummus that it does go back into the artists that want to curate an experience for people. Me and Unc was talking about it yesterday, and we were saying how like Motown, it was different places that acts would perform. Every act didn't try to go to the same place. Like for so long, hip hop and R&B had got watered down into just a mainstream thing. Like I was thinking about something that was crazy. The one like you could see Jay-Z saw it coming. When Jay-Z partnered with Live Nation and not a record company, that showed you were seeing what was going to become the death of record companies. Like when he named his business Rock Nation, he didn't go partner with Sony. It's not Rock Sony. It ain't Rock Interscope. It ain't Rock Universal. It's so many things that, you know, you that I'm thinking and I'm trying to get out to people that I notice and I've been really mindful of. But again, hip hop is very much that boutique product, but you got to also know what happens with running a boutique. And a lot of people, you know, it's like a burger stand. Like if you go to Compton, right, you have Mom's Burgers. If Mom's Burger doesn't, don't get me wrong, Mom's Burger is there. If you know about Mom's Burger, it's going to be the shit. But you also got to realize there's a lot of people that's not going to know about Mom's Burgers.
Right.
And that's the thing that we're going to have to get comfortable with. Because don't get me wrong.
Here's the thing I'll say about that.
Huh?
Like, here's the reason why I think it's cool to be comfortable with it. This is the example I gave yesterday. I'm doing a class on the history of Miles Davis right now.
Right.
And I gave this example when it came to pop. When it came to pop music, does anybody know, you can't name one black person to tell you where Frankie Beverly and Maze charted. No one knows his chart.
They didn't chart.
Nobody knows none of that stuff.
It just
but you play some Frankie Beverly and Maze, everybody know it. It's
cultural classic.
From the culture.
Yeah.
Cultural classic.
Black folk, fuck culture. Black folk classic.
Black folk classic. How many people you know won 3, 4, 5, 10 Grammys? We don't know who they are in 3 years. Frankie Beverly never won one award, never got one number one chart. None of that stuff that they trying to rank hip hop on now. Frankie Beverly Mays never touched none of that. But the year before he died, he sold out a 60,000 seat New Orleans Superdome arena. He couldn't even sing.
He just
they showed him so much love, bro.
Wow, that's crazy.
They showed him so much love.
All we need is that.
Yeah, I agree. But shout out to my boy Trill. And I was explaining this to Lex, Dewan. I was saying the black dollar has always been enough for me. Like my job is to figure out, right, how to create something that's of value to black people. Right? To especially like with this 110 album, it's to inspire young black men to believe that they can build things with their hands that's as valuable as the things you can finance from the others. Like that's the whole inspiration to the 110 album. It's like, I want young black men to not really believe they got to go down to the Tesla lot and buy a Tesla. Like, yo, you can build something it's valuable, right? Because that's how we grew up. Why we watch brothers build things as valuable as Mercedes-Benzes.
Right.
And getting back to really allowing our craft and our style to be the revered thing, not becoming a customer of what is cool. Because I think that's what I've said initially with this conversation. We are right now, we're becoming products of what's cool. Like when I'm looking at all of these proms online, I'm looking at all these people, the cars they revering, we're products to what's cool. Versus, again, hip hop really became the thing, like more than any other time where we set what was cool. We set what was cool. Other things we bought from them and made it cool. Zusus, we bought stuff from people and made it cool. But hip hop became the first thing that started producing things that was cool. And I feel like that's what I always tell Trap, that's what gave so much that's why the West Coast hip hop scene got so much love, because if you was a black person from anywhere else, you could be down with this culture. You didn't need money. Money didn't separate it. Like I was saying about DDG earlier, where he needed that watch that cost. He was so mad because the watch made him something. West Coast hip hop introduced the ability to, you didn't need much. You just needed to be a cold ass nigga. The outfit was cheap. The car was something that was in the yard already. That, you know, your attitude had to change. You didn't have to go get money and demand that you had champagne or you know, or Hennessy. It really came down to just, hey, I'm the nigga. I am the nigga.
Mm-hmm.
This outfit don't got to be expensive. This car, I didn't finance it, but I am the nigga still. And to me, that's the heart and soul of hip hop. But that becomes my fear with YNs because they're being indoctrinated by social media. Now they're selling us cool. And they're overcharging because we got in the line of things. Like we got in the line of Ferrari. We wasn't in the line of Ferrari at first. We wasn't in the line of BMW at first. We wasn't in line for a Benz. Like if you had it, that was cool. But we were in line for things that any of us can obtain and reach the success status that was acceptable in the community.
That's real talk. But I look at it, it's still there. Like, I'd like take NBA YoungBoy, for instance. I look at him. They got a whole different thing going on in that generation. And I get pushed back when I say this sometimes, but if you listen to NBA YoungBoy, he's a country western artist. He's blues. That's not him. That's country western all day.
Sure, to the heart and soul.
I can understand that. I get that.
I tell Trap, Uzi, and Travis are rock artists. Like they don't have to follow white conventional rock. Listen to the energy.
Yeah, and they just doing it with new modern technology and music.
Yes,
they're
and
doing
new styles of delivery,
today.
new sounds, new kicks, and they're making something. They're reclaiming things, but again, they're also aware that it could scare people. You know what I'm saying?
But then I think that while you saying, but when you're doing that right there, and you want to hand them over to another genre, that's why what you're saying right now can actually take place, though. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think it's about handing them over to another genre. The labels are not stupid. They're not going to spend the same money that they spending on Travis on somebody that sounds in that sense.
You know what we got to do? We know what we got to do as Black people. We have ownership. We have to claim all the music with the same energy and vigor we claim hip hop, because it is. It's not like country. That's 100% ours. A.P. Carter, when white people started doing country music, it was a white man named A.P. Carter, and they were kind of referencing him in centers. He used to go throughout the South and pay Black people $5 to copyright their song. And he would bring his sister Maybelle Carter, and she would remember the melody. And then they would go back to New York and redo the music. But they were all acting like a Black man named D4 Bailey. That's our music. Lionel Richie was country western. We never left. Did you listen to songs like Easy Like Sunday Morning?
No. We never. So my thing is, where their money is and where we at, we become almost. It's like how we were able. Rock and roll happened because we accepted that they were a part of rock and roll. Once we conceded that, then they're going to spend their money this way.
This how it happened with rock and roll. When Chuck Berry and those guys and Little Rich, when they put out their music, they would have a white artist put out the same song within 2 weeks.
Exactly.
And they played Big Bank Take Little Bank against us.
Facts.
And they would put their version of it out right away. And we didn't have the money. And then when they came back in to record, they would tell a Black artist, we're not going to give you the money to be. They didn't want to give Ray Charles the money to Atlantic didn't want to give him the money to do a country western album. So he made a power move and left. But the walls were closing in on us when it came to country. We got pushed out. Same way with rock.
You know what? The one conversation, the one I had with Ronald Isley, he explained to me that because remember, their first record is a rock record. And they told them
the Beatles got famous on that shit.
They told them, hey, you guys got to start making R&B.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So again, that's what I guess that's what I'm saying to Miss Hummus. That's a good point, Dewan. That's what I'm saying to Miss Hummus. Like, because we are still trying to change our lives in this country and get it together, we will allow them to say, hey, where you want to spend your money at? And then that becomes an energy, like, to me, that we follow. So, but I am great with hip hop being where it's at, like as a boutique product, but I'm also the kind of person that's going to find it. I'm also not going to go with everything that everybody's telling me. I'm also that, but I realize how little time everybody else have to discover. Does that make sense? Like, to figure out a way to discover things. they don't like, and this is what I was telling Trap. Trap was saying the same thing. Like, man, gee, they not promoting this. I'm like, well, we should take more time to discover. Like, we have to stop realizing that this country is going to promote what it wants to us for their business purposes and things that make sense. We have to decide how to discover again. We need to actually figure out how to discover again.
Like here in LA, we got a cat named Buddy, dope R&B artist. You know what I mean?
I like Buddy. Buddy, my guy. I like Buddy.
Yeah, Buddy's dope.
Buddy,
when I heard about the Bruno, I was like, man, you know what I mean? It's you're right. We got it because it's out there. It's all out there. You're right. I think that's the answer right there, brother. Like,
my
we
man.
got to discover.
I appreciate you, D, man. I'm going to call you once I'm finished.
Yes, sir. I'm going.
Dope as shit, man. I
All
love
right,
that
brother.
nigga, man. I love that nigga, man. Because it's and I guess that's what I was saying to Miss Hummus, coach, is that I was saying to her, like, we're gonna have to teach in multiple ways. So we're gonna have to teach new artists how to make themselves discoverable. And then we're gonna have to teach the population of Black people here in America how to discover. Because Trap's argument that he puts up that makes sense is, man, look at Apple and Spotify's playlist. Everybody's got so lazy with discovering. You get what I'm saying? Like, again, we're depending on the internet. And that's the kind of thing that I don't want to do. I don't want to depend on the internet. I think that, like Ms. Hummus said, it's a tool. But the problem is we make it the actual thing. I was telling my boy that today. I was telling my homie, I'm like, hey, like, what's the content you making? Oh, I'm gonna make something where I'm selling a lifestyle. What's the price point? He's like, what? I'm like, what's the price point? He's like, well, I'm gonna do that. I'm like, that should be the thing. You need to figure out the price point for what it is you're selling, because this is a business. So here's two different things, right? We have to figure out ways we have to teach artists tomorrow how to be discovered, right? And again, because everybody's looking at one target. Like back in the Motown days, it wasn't one target. Like it wasn't one target. Like you got to this circuit, you just got in front of people. Remember back then, how did you, like you discovered artists because you would go down to a bar and they would have an artist play there. When the last time y'all discovered somebody sitting in front of 7-Eleven?
Shit.
Nah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. I mean, that goes into how music even get broke nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that's the problem. Those terms belong to them.
To them, you saying?
Yes.
Like,
breaking is in reference to, again, if we depend on social media, you have to be a part of the algorithm. They have to be promoting you. That's what the algorithm is.
Yeah.
That company promoting you. That company has to promote you. So Instagram, TikTok needs to promote you. Because if they don't promote you, they limit your reach to people. So I'm saying the truth is that is a tool, but it is not the tool for Black music. That's the biggest point I wanted to make. That's what I wanted to say to Ms. Hummus. And thank you for Dwan for getting me here. Social media is a tool, but it is not the tool of the Black artist. It's not. It's not the tool. There was a moment that we used it and we built some stuff. Just like we built Young Boy, you know what they built with it? Beast. Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
I don't even know who the fuck he is.
I know he is. I got kids.
But I said I was at 7-Eleven and it was candy named after this motherfucker.
Yeah, he got a whole burger spot out here.
Like while we think Young Boy is this big thing that came from social media, look at this motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's a candy in 7-Eleven named after him. He has a show on Netflix.
Yeah, that's the tip of the iceberg for Mr. Beast.
Who the fuck is he?
Now Mr. Beast is up.
That's why I'm saying social media, to Dewan's point as well, we need to get back into the things. And Monk was telling me this weekend. I had a long weekend, but that was one of the things that I remember. We need to get back to being able to do things for each other, because that's really where our business is going to come out. But if we depend on their structures, then they're going to dictate what can happen with their structures. That's what they do every time. That's what they do every time. They dictate what can happen with their structure. For as good as the lunch table does, look at the shit that white man that was running around calling everybody niggers was doing. Chud. Here's somebody, we have a situation where we giving knowledge, information. We're gamed up on what we talking about. I'm a professional. I've been in the business. I have associates in the business. Look at this. Look at that white man, and all you have to do is run around calling people nigger. That shit is 30 times bigger. Yeah, that's what they're promoting.
That's what I've been saying.
You know
that shit is ridiculous.
You know what that is.
Shit, I'm with G on Mr. Beast. I mean, what is he?
That
Mr. Beast is actually dope. Though. I can't do that. Mr. Beast is actually dope. He does like different things, like philanthropist and everything like that. Though.
I'm not saying.
Hey, my kids I know.
Keep your eye on Mr. Beast Trap. Like,
no, I seen some weird shit going on with Mr. Beast though too.
We letting this shit fly right up under the radar. Like the man is worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and his name is Mr. Beast, and he was created by the internet. I'm a little aware. I'll keep my eye on Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Who is this dude? It's the devil.
I'm not saying he don't have talent. I'm saying look what they do for theirs with it, and look what they do for. Look at what they doing for YoungBoy. They pretty much put YoungBoy out of business. Not like he's not gonna be able to go do shows and put out music, but they made it to where now, because YoungBoy is a product of YouTube, they made it now where even the people streaming YB's music, bro, it don't like he needs like twice as many streams to be considered a sale. Like you didn't see that with Billboard and Rhea when they talked about that. It was like they want 2,500 YouTube streams instead of 1,500 or 1,000. That was directly to affect an artist like YoungBoy, because YoungBoy had 100 plaques. 100 plaques. He had 100 plaques. And they was like, oh, nah, we not. So again, it's like, it's a lot of teaching that got to happen. You know what I mean? Like, this is not the even this stream is not the ultimate thing. It's just a thing. The truth is, like, to the initial point, it's a boutique product, and just like you sell anything else, boutique wise, you gonna have to figure out how to go sell it. You have to figure out how to go sell it in a very odd time. Let me get through these super chats. Shout out to 65 Shutdown. Coach, I didn't say Lex is controllable. It was no pushback.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Lamont Ragland. Thank you for the $2. OG, did you see Michael J? I want your thoughts. I still haven't seen it, but I'm gonna make it my business this week. Do whatever it takes.
Very entertaining.
Shout out to 21 Blackjack. Thank you for the $5. Lo, did you ever get to work with Mac Miller or watch him work on music? And have you watched the Vince Staples music video for Blackberry Marmalade? No, Q. He did a lot of good things. He did a lot of good things for Q.
And Vince Staples too. That's
Mac
crazy.
Miller has a warm place in my heart for looking out for my boy Schoolboy Q.
He gave Vince Staples a whole album too.
Yeah. And no, I haven't heard none of the new music from Vince yet. None. Black, what's up?
G? Hey, nothing much, man. I'm just listening in, man. Just got the little history lesson from Buddy.
Oh yeah.
So what I said, this might be a little off mic conversation, but I mean, what you said about the marketing and branding for like independent artists or just our artists or whatever. I mean, that's something that we can build. Like, we can build that. I mean, I'm an independent, you know what I'm saying, app builder. I build apps. Like, so that might be something we can build for just the black artists, you know what I'm saying? I mean, build your own algorithm, build your own system, you know, just come up, you got to figure out a way to price point it, but it might be off mic conversation, but I mean, it ain't out there. I ain't never seen it. Not just a black artist.
Nah, you're right, Black. We got to think about it. My boy, I appreciate you.
All right, Black.
Yeah.
All right, Black.
Should we bring back stuff like New Jack Swing? Shit, I heard they already doing that with the K-pop shit. But I would actually hurt somebody to get a 20-year-old New Jack Swing artist. I actually wish I found me a 21-year-old New Jack Swing artist. I wish. Shout out to Lil Angel. Thank you for the $5. There's a GoFundMe for the black man that chaired the builder shot. I saw it and I donated to it too. Shout out to Musketer. Thank you for the $2. Don't overlook hip-hop's influence in popular Latin. It's a good point. Shout out to Anthony Apex, new member. Man, I'm glad you're here. Let's get to it, my boy. Lamont Raglan, thank you for the $5. Yeah, Billie Jean is #1 on billboards right now. Somebody said Mike spanking Drake on the charts, even in the afterlife. Mike told Bobs
Get out
to
of here.
beat it.
Word. That's fire.
Shout out to Beloved Bone. Thank you for the $5. He's breaking it. Streaming there as a megastar. Whole album is charting. The first, second, and third song on the album is going #1 and the rest top 5. I don't know if that's true. I get the sentiment because of the streams, but truthfully, when you combine what the country records are streaming or whichever records at the top of the chart by the radio play, it's a little more of a challenge. Like for it to be #1, it probably would need 50 million streams in just America alone. Boom. Like for one of those songs off of those 3 projects to break it, it probably would need 50 to 60 million streams in America. In just America, not worldwide, in just America, because a lot of the stuff they did with the Billboard was to affect rap songs. And this is one of those things. And again, he's not necessarily in favor with the people to spend money on his music. He's not in favor with radio. You know, he'll be fine. Like he'll have a level of support, but he's not in favor. And here's one of those moments where you need to be in favor. Like he was in favor for a long time and they would do the extras. Now people are going to probably just do the bare minimum. But for it to be #1, it would need 50 or 60 million streams. And none of the songs are quite trending there in America. Get what I'm saying? None of the songs are trending there in America yet. They're not quite. Like the record hasn't quite been identified. I'm watching the conversation. I'm listening to people at labels talk about it, but it's so much going on that, and honestly, he probably needs the record to debut there to do it. Because once the album comes out, the type of support you need to go #1 is different. A lot of times, I think y'all don't understand this when I say this, a lot of that #1 positioning, that top 5 is owned by labels. Like it's very, 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 very hard to get into that space without being in favor without labels. There's very few songs that have ever did it. So I don't know. I would like to believe it, but I probably bet against that it's going to, any of those songs are going to debut #1. I'd bet 2 or 3. Because the song that is receiving the most streams, right, is a song that's not going to get support at radio. You get what I'm saying? So it'll just be strictly streams. It's not like they're gonna play the intro, whatever that intro song is. It was a song. What's the first song called?
Which one you talking about? The first song that's gonna be what? Because What Did I Miss is on that album. So that's
no, it's not the first song, is it?
No, What Did I Miss is that came out before you put it on the album.
Oh, what's the first song? The first song.
It was.
That was the one that had all the streams going.
Oh, I got you right now. It was it's make them cry.
That was the one that was receiving all of the spins because people were going to listen to the album. So they're going to listen to the first song. But the problem is by day 2 or 3, that number, you get most of the people on that type of promotion, you get 80% of the people on the first day. The problem is by the second day, that 20%, that number ain't substantial. And then now you need people to go back to the best songs to stream it. But if you have 43 songs, I genuinely think you're going to spend too much time chasing, looking for different things to go with. You know what I'm saying? Like, part of it is also the fact that how great the records are. The mess is very, it's a lot to look around. You're looking for a record, but you're really tripping off the mess. You know what I mean? It's a lot of mess, a lot of shit talking, a lot of bars, a lot of different things that distract you from the song. It's not like the last project where everybody could see Nokia a mile away. This one is like possibly this song or this song or this song. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know, beloved. I'd probably bet you, I'd bet you a burrito it's not going to happen at this point. Not
What's
in the
that?
first week.
What are you saying?
Shout out to Lamont Ragland. Thank you for the $2. Actually, it's Billboard Global. My bad. Still crazy.
It's Billboard Global. I'm looking at it right now. It's Billboard Global.
Unc, thank you for the $2. Hey, coach, no prepper slander.
My bad. Monty a prepper, actually.
Spade, what up, cuz? Thank you for the $5. How can you tell a person that puts their life on the line to not take a legal opportunity? That may be his or only payable talent.
Where'd that come
What you talking about? See, that's why I need to read them sooner. Musketeer, thank you for the $2. Dewan B is a musical anthropologist for real. He is, bro. I cannot wait to have that.
Yeah, he was super knowledgeable.
Probably last 4 hours.
Super knowledgeable.
Shout out to Delgado. Thank you for the $2. The answer is support. Buy. Don't just stream. But then again, Delgado, it's our jobs as musicians to figure out something viable that you're buying. Like, we can't just go back to the day like, well, you used to buy CDs, and that's not the thing you have to sell an album on. Right now, you got to get really creative. This boutique experience, man, you're going to have to fuck with the bag, the product, the cellophane around the plastic. You got to do shit to the store. You got to really have a complete experience that the experience gives you an opportunity to play the album more than just, hey, here's the product that's viable. That's what I'm saying. Vintage Gaming Alliance, thank you for the 2-month membership. Today's lunch table really got me looking forward to the Vince Staples Crybaby album and his song, Blackberry Marmalade. He talking that real shit like you, G. And Vince is my young homie, man. I love that nigga. Yeah. Baby Bonte, what's happening? Baby girl, thank you for the $5. Hey, Glasses Trap Coach, Mods, Lunch Table. How was y'all weekend?
What up?
Mine sucked.
Great.
What up,
Had a good weekend.
Mine was good.
Shout out to Miss Q. Thank you for the $5. What up, though, Lunch Table?
What
hey,
up?
Justin, not lying. Some of these songs made my ears hurt. And G, I'm praying for you and your family. Hope brother gets better. Me too, man. Whatever God got for it, I'm okay with it. And I had to make my peace with it. Shout out to Miss Peachy Peaches. Thank you for the $2. Changing my name to the Lunch Table Stepchild. Figure it out. Nah, you are the one.
Wow.
Talking about Miss Peachy Peaches.
Wow.
Shout out to Eyes on the Sky. Thank you for the $5. G, what do you think of the strategy of Drake dropping 3 albums at once? Last thing I'm gonna say before we get out here. I don't know why. I think it's going to hurt his ability to secure his 14th number one, which was like what it was all worth. This is why this was worth it. Here was your opportunity to secure your 14th number one, record books past Michael Jackson. It's a different claim. 43 albums, 43 songs where you talking shit about other artists on other songs, that can be distractive. It could be a very serious distraction from the record. So people are saying now that this is how he was clearing his deal, right? So if you take Some Sexy Songs for You and these 3 albums, then remember, Coach, they was trying to convince me that he was suing because he was negotiating a deal. He was almost done. He had recouped. You don't remember that long conversation?
Yeah, I remember it.
Where they was trying to tell me he recouped. So that means y'all telling me he had 4 more albums to deliver. So y'all don't understand why that would affect the initial point. That would be another thing that I'm probably right about that you're not gonna say I'm right about, because I told y'all that was bullshit. Y'all don't listen, but sure, whatever the internet says, right? But now, if this was his strategy to get out of his record deal, shit, that's, if he want to get out of his record deal, that's good. He puts himself into negotiation, even though I don't know if they're going quite for that. Like, every artist can't just deliver 3 albums. Oh, I want out of my deal. I'm gonna give y'all a triple CD set. I think they would have to agree to some degree, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure on this particular topic, but again, a lot of it is marketing. Like if I called up to Republic, if I call some of my folks, I could figure out what it really is. But again, it's one of those things where it's better to just kind of live and see what's happening. So what do I think about it? I think it goes away from his strength. I think Drake's strength is a record. So if you have 43 of them, I think you go away from your strength, the thing that made you greater than pretty much every artist living.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? It's just like with the battle. If you go away from the hook, you're going away from your strength. It's not to say you're not a capable MC or, a decent singer, but I mean, going away from hooks, you know what I'm saying, is important because that's truly your strength, like, right? The ability to deliver a record, a hook. So, Smart Money says he doesn't place a number one. Smart Money says he places a 2 or 3. And then here you go now, you have to deal with the politics of where rap budgets are going to and where they're investing in rap music. So, you would have to build a record up, right? You'd have to build a record up, and then they would have to support it and keep spending money to try to get it on the radio over and over again in a time where they're not investing in rap. In a time where they're not investing in rap. In a time where they're over-investing in country and over-investing. Well, they're over-investing in country. They spending money on K-pop, and here you are kind of positioning yourself out of a pop realm into, hey, I'm a rapper like the rest of these guys. Does that make sense?
Right.
Because I'm hearing people talk about the bars, and I'm like, that probably.
Yeah, that's where I think he messed up at right there. I think a lot of his core fan base ain't gonna be too interested within that right there. I mean, after a while, they're gonna go back to views and all that. That's the reason why his catalog does what it does now.
Shout out to Nice Cola T. Thank you for the $10. Bomb to Baby Girl was represented to the fullest. She pressed me to get that Glasses Malone merch. Now it's on the way. Appreciate the content,
Right.
Glasses Malone. Much love. No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here, noon Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. if you're on the East Coast. I'm glad y'all stopped by. Go and click that like button before you leave. Shout out to all the assholes dropping ice cubes at the table.
Oh, yeah.
Your shit is melting.
Put that shit on that speed knot.
Stay away from the hot boy. Melting all that shit, bro. I hope you fed your stomach. We came to feed your mind. That good soul food for thought. Eat, enjoy. If you're on YouTube, like it, Twitter, retweet it, Facebook, share this post. We do this stream to support the No Ceilings Podcast. You can check out the No Ceilings Podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast from. No Ceilings Podcast, executive produced by Charlamagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. Who is our sponsors, Coach?
Millsbymanny.com.
MANNIE.com. Come get your Soul Bowl.
Soul Bowl.
That shit was bomb.
Well, all dreams happen different. All dreams
Let Manny
happen
make
different.
your meals, man. Go and do yourself that favor. Much love. We will see y'all Wednesday. I think we're going to do a Spaces because I owe y'all a dinner table. So I think we're going to do a Spaces. Hop on. Come chill out. Enjoy the Spaces with us.
Hey,
Twitter. Get a Twitter. Spaces.
Before we get up out of here, hey, congratulations to the Wolfpack. They just got finished winning another championship.
Hey.
Wolfpack_.com. I mean, Wolfpack_prime. Come follow me on Instagram, brother.
Much love, Trap.
All right, man. Go check out that All Dreams Happen Different ADHD Network on YouTube. We just put down the Gatekeepers episodes. Interesting. Yeah, sure. Go check it out, man. It's on Gatekeepers.
We're going right there at 3 o'clock for that Spaces. 22 minutes on Spaces.
That's a fact.
Much love. We will see y'all Wednesday.
Easy.